Oh, wait. That is not straight. There you go. Okay. I will, I think I'll move this over a little bit. Move that out a little bit. Okay, well, that's pretty good. And I'll get my computer. I wish, oh actually I could probably just, well no I can't fully move that over, can I? Yeah. I wish there was a better way to have that light, but I'll have to do. Okay. Now let me details, analytics, on analytics. Oh wait, I should change the thumbnail too. While I'm here. Change. I'm just going to reuse the last one I did, even though it's technically the wrong CBT. Because it's just easier. Yeah, CBT 36, making the Beys, that's definitely what we're doing. I could make a thumbnail on the spot. It's not that difficult. Actually, do I want to do that? Open recent. Open recent, or would it be easier to open up? Might be easier to open up that other folder. Okay, you know what? Change of plans. We're actually going to, I think. Where is it? Oh, well, shoot, I clicked the wrong one. I think it's in this document. Okay. I'm going to sit down and hopefully not take the camera out by accident. That would be bad. And by camera, I mean my phone. Am I going to have to? I might have to click on a... What's this button? Ah, yes. View live and control room. That's what I want. I want to be able to see the chat. Easy. Cool, and that's automatically muted. Nice. Okay. That is the wrong one. Because that's... yeah, that's the long one. Okay. Pictures. Thumbnails. Did I just save it into this thing too? It's got to be up here, wouldn't it? No, wouldn't it be down here? It's not 4D. Limited format. There we go. What I'm confused about is where did I save the file? Because I see the PNG. But unless it's this, it might be this. Oh, it's probably this, isn't it? No, because that's just actual beat my combo with nothing else. Okay. Open recent. More. Yes, I did open that. Is it just... no. Is it this one? No, that... huh. I'm really confused on where this file's saved to. I'm trying to make a thumbnail on the spot. So it would be here. Could it be in downloads? Is that a possibility? Okay, view. I'm sorry, sort. Straight up just by type. Okay, neither of those are it, that's for sure. Neither of those are it, that's for sure. But I made it recently, so it should be on the top if that's where it was. But it's not in this file. That's what's confusing me. It's not in the file that I expected it to be in. But it's not in this either. So where the hell is this thing? Because it shouldn't be any of these Beat My Combo things. I don't think it's this, because this is just the... Yeah. It's just the 4D format intro. Open. Okay. Let's try thumbnails again. If I open up PNG, I don't think that's going to do anything because I can't edit anything of it. Yeah. So where in the world did it go? I don't think it's in here. I think I would see it. See the recent Beat My Combos. Back to this. Oh yeah, if I go to this, that is still that. That's what I expected. Okay. I am beyond confused on where in the world my thumbnail went. Okay, so we're going to talk while we remake the thumbnail, and I am absolutely going to put this into like a slightly different direction because I'm sitting here now. And I'm going to be sitting here for a good little bit. Okay, so I cannot find the file that is my custom Beyblade tournament thing, which is really confusing me. I found the file that I've been working off of, but it's not there. And I don't know why it's not there. I'm really confused. I can't find the... Okay, there went. I was kind of worried that happened. Okay. Oh, well, you know what? I know partially probably why that happened. Is I had... it front heavy, that's what I did. I had it very front heavy. Ooh, don't fall again. Oh, what if I did this? Genius me. There we go, look at that. I've stuck it on the edge of the lamp. Hopefully that sits and does not move. I must have bumped it by accident, is my guess. Okay. Basically, the file I'm looking for has disappeared. So now I have to remake... What's not that? I guess I have to use... I guess I'll use this one as the basis. I don't know. This is going to be saved as anyway. This might be really annoying, come to think of it. Yeah, limited format. LF CBT 17. I do not need to have everything. Putting the, and I guess just Beys together. That is close. Yeah, I think that's probably good. Shoot, now I have to... This is so annoying. Why did the thing not... Why can't I find it? That's what I'm confused about. I know I saved it. But it is gone. Well, at least this is sticking. Okay. Pictures... Yeah. thumbnail, that's what I want. Usually they save together in this, which is what's really confusing. Or I've got the folder where I save the main things. We're going to put you over here. Because I want this to be... this to be that color. What in the world are you doing? I clicked on this, and then it did the wrong thing. Why? Wait, why did you... This thing does not want to cooperate. Oh my gosh. I'm getting very tilted very quickly by the program. You. I've clicked on you every time. I don't know why you keep unclicking automatically. That's really obnoxious. Then I want to click on this. Do that. There we go. That's the proper colors. Wrong thing. Now you can be deleted. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to redo all the background stuff, aren't I? All that is so obnoxious. Okay. Time to open a bunch of files. So this is where it is. Okay. So you need to open with, you need to open with, yes, that. This is going to need to open with, this is so annoying. I technically don't have to do this, but I might as well. It should be flame. I will, I'm intermittently checking the chat. Then you, or is it you? Oh, that's a tough one. I'm moving these two up. I think you're actually better. Yeah, definitely. Okay, open you. Also closing you. Whoops. Then open this. And last but not least, open. Okay, there we go. I also like to edit something real quick. Okay, looking at the stream real quick. I guess this stream is just entertainment. I don't need to put this into a playlist. I'd like to do this real quick. No. Format. Custom Beyblade tournament. Custom Beyblade. That's not how you spell that. Okay, there we go. So you guys aren't going to be able to see the thumbnail. Actually, you know what I could do? Is I could twist this over. There we go. Now you guys can see the screen. Okay. So we are going to object selection this. Yes, I'm using Affinity. I'm cheap. Waiting for it. There we go. And do that, and then I think it's Control-Shift-I. Yes. Delete, there we go. And I'm not sure there is a deselect, so I'm just going to deselect like that. Is there a reason you're not deselected? Okay, there we go. It just takes a second. Copy, not that, this. There we go, paste. Why would you paste there? That is such a random spot. And then you didn't go where I asked you to. Shift, there we go. That is slightly off. There we go. Okay, so that one's the face bolt. Here's the energy ring. Guess we're making thumbnails today. Okay, let's click on that. There's a thing in the chat, I don't think. Okay, so there's just a Control-D to deselect. I just have to wait a second. Okay. Copy you and paste you over here. Okay, that works. Shrink you, shrink you. We can mess with that a little bit later. There we go. Guess this should also be, real quick, 17 and moved over. Just having to basically remake what I did because it decided not to save. Or I can't find it. I guess I could technically search my computer, but I don't want to do that because that takes a really, really, really long time. Why are you not reaching the bottom? Okay, I'll fix that. This is next. Object select. Here, I'll turn my screen so you guys can't see my YouTube analytics. Okay, Rockrai Blader's here, hello, and Storemaker Roleplayer. Yeah, you're watching me make the thumbnail because I can't find my, I can't find the CBT thumbnail, like the file. I can find the PNG, I just can't find the finished thing. I'm not sure why. Control-Shift-I, delete this, and Control-D. Control-D. That's what it was, right? Yeah. Oh. Copy, I can Control-C that probably. So we're remaking this to do putting the Beys together thumbnail because I'd like a proper thumbnail. Okay, so you need to be above the line. Oh, no, yeah, okay, so it puts you... It decided to stick this file way lower. Okay, that's nice. These look lined up enough for now, at least. Okay, you're next. I gotta say, it is pretty good object selection because this was able to get cleanly that this is a 160 and not mix up like the white, or not mix up the white too much. Control-Shift-I, delete, Control-D. There we go, Control-C, asset, Control-V. Yes, the file's name is asset. And shift you around, though you also do not look totally straight. So we're going to turn you ever so slightly. Does that look like a fine spin track size? I hope so. And last but not least, the tip. Yes, that's 160. This is just the goat. The goat's my basis bay for the limited thumbnail. Whoops. Let me re-click that. If I click delete, what's it going to do? Okay, no, it redid everything. Whoops. Can I undo? Okay. Undo the object selection real quick because I accidentally clicked the wrong thing and then got it to not do the thing. Also deselect. Yeah, there you go. Object selection. There we go. Now invert that and delete that. There we go. Move tool, edit, deselect. And back here. I'm very picky with my thumbnails, so I wanted to make sure I had the thumbnail and everything. This is about the size I think it should be. Okay, I hope this looks lined up enough. I guess I actually don't need the 17 here. But I'm going to keep it for now because I'm not that picky. And I need this to be, I need to remake the file just in case, so. I'm going to just go straight to the thumbnails and then call this LFCBT17 bay making. There you go. Save this as that instead of that. Okay, now I can export this. Just do high quality for the JPEG because it needs to be, oh, best quality. Can I do a PNG? How about this? Oh yeah, sweet, I can do a PNG for this one. Awesome. Export PNG into that. Now we have the thumbnail. Edit. There it is. Now this is not CBT36 making the Beys anymore. Okay, and I saved it. I exported it wrong. Oh, not Inkscape. File. Export. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a JPEG. I had that happen before. Where? Does it stick at the bottom? No, stick at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, I exported with the weird color things as the PNG. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we've got the thumbnail. Yeah, if you don't launch it high, it's not going to do anything. I'm not banning it ever in my tournaments because it's just MS. Okay, now we can. I'm going to need a place for my computer. That's preferably not on this chair because I've already got something on the chair. Oh, I can put it up high above everybody. Let's temporarily move these amiibos. And I'll set my computer here. And now I can see. Okay. Now let me adjust this. And do I want to stick anything underneath this while I'm at it to straighten it out any? Because this is technically at a severe angle. Oh, that's at a very big angle. Okay. Here's the box. I think the box is too big though. Maybe the box isn't too big. I thought the box might be too big, but I don't think it is. There we go. Okay, sweet. Okay, so now I can see the chat up here above you guys. The chat is... Where's my hand? Here's my hand. The chat's up here for me. Yes, RDF is really good. And it was banned and limited. Okay, I don't know about the other formats though. I don't know if it's banned in standard or like I think it's banned. It's banned in 4D. I don't know if it's banned in standard or not. Rockrock can probably answer that better than me because I still didn't know what limbo was. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, so the chat. I'm gonna have to go back and forth between the chat and the parts list / the description because a bunch of people also asked for very specific things. So I'm probably gonna need like 2 tabs open to bounce between them. Some people want specific colors and stuff like that. So let's zoom you out once. We have a 32 blader CBT, twice, I mean. So we have a lot of bays to make. Probably have like 2-ish hours. Okay. So 3 bays are already done. They're right here. We have my bay. We have Double Battle Bros with Flame Cetus this time, not Flame Capricorn, and we have Ton. So these bays are good. I'll put them way behind. Everybody else, we're going to be probably needing to look. And then I'll come back over here to the chat so I can read it. Yes, I think this time I can. I don't think anybody asked for XF. I can look to confirm. But I don't think anybody asked for XF. So you're in the clear. Last time I had that 85. Does anyone even have 85 besides you? I don't think so. Yeah, you're the only 85 in the tournament. And I think you're the only XF. I also haven't put down Rockrise Blader yet. I haven't put down your combo. I just put in the comments for beat my combo. That's not what I want. There we go. Comments for CBT. Sort by newest. I want the newest ones on the top so I can scroll through these really easily. Okay, your other one was... Can I find it? Cosmic. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so from the bottom, Ethan, Flame Pisces, 90 semi-flat. Okay. I'm actually going to put a few bays away too real quick. Actually, that's what we're going to do first. We're going to put some bays away. And I'm going to flip back to the chat so I can read it. No, I'm going to use the Cosmic one. Ethan said don't use the Rush or the Divine until like 2,000 subscribers, so I plan on not using them and then doing a battle with them at 2,000. And that is still a plan. So no Rush. I think both are pretty cool though. Argo's Ray. Beautiful. Yours is reversed. That's pretty cool. Though, that seems awkward for a spin. I did kind of want to use it admittedly, but I am trying to keep that Rush pretty nice. Because it's my only one that's really painted well, so I might get another one in the future. That would change everything. But Rush is like over 30 bucks, so I don't really want to. Where's the other Haze version? Yeah, I want to put these bays together because I'd like to have some space to move around here. Which I guess is going to mean my Xbox probably needs to move too. This is an original Xbox, by the way. You know what, we're not even gonna, here we go. Not even I'm not gonna tilt the camera down. That's more annoying actually, believe it or not. Okay, we're just there. I'll need Cosmic, so I'll keep that out. I need Screw doubly, but I need Fox too. I'm gonna put Lyre back together for now. I'm gonna put, oh no, I'm not gonna put Lyre back together because I'm using the Lyre Screw. That's what it is. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some moving around here before we really start. I should have planned this better. Okay, I took apart Shinobi Saruman because I need Shinobi for a combo, and my only other Shinobi is that Aqua one, which does look really cool, admittedly. But this one also looks cool. Well, no, this is that Aqua one. This is the Erosion one. So the other Shinobis are Shinobi Griff, which is over here, and Shinobi Genball, which are nowhere near as cool of a color as the purple. So actually going to bring the computer down here for a second so it's easier. Okay, I'm gonna get confused on if the chat is talking to each other or if the chat is talking to me. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, let me get these bays. I know some of these I might need again, but I also want to have them just kind of out of the way for now. Because I don't know which ones I'm going to need again and which ones I'm not going to need again. I might need, because I might not choose to use, white bull or something like that. So, I'll put it together for now so I have it. I'll come back and get it if I need. Aquario, that D125 was an extra. Color. I was there with the reverse array, that seems awkward. It's awkward because bays are meant to spin in a certain direction. Like El Drago, the air comes off of it like this. So if you have Gil, Gil has this point here, but it's flat on this way. So if you spin it this way, it's not really aerodynamically hitting this edge because it's flat while it's hitting this one. Unless you inversed that as well, and you had this be pointed and this one be flat. I hope you could see that in the camera. I think I was in the line. Okay. Links. Links does not need to be together. I don't think I need links at all for this tournament, actually. Nobody went with beats, and I don't think it's my best WD, though. Maybe it is. I don't know. Somebody needs TH170, but that's different. That's on a very different bay. Not Hasbro links. I think I need Archer too. And my only other Archer is... No, I've got Archer Ifrit. I could go with blue for Archer Ifrit. But I'm going to keep this purple one out because it's a part. Okay, Cosmic is definitely a part because I need Cosmic. So these are going to have to go onto the shelf. You guys are spares. Actually, all those parts are spares. And this probably is a spare. Okay, that's Burn Unicorn, that's Grand Cetus. Okay, those are all extra. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I really did not plan this out well at all. You should probably have your ray wheel be, if you're using a legitimate ray wheel, it should probably be for aerodynamics, right rotation. The only way you want to swap it is if you could somehow mirror it to where this spike was right here and this flat one was right here. Then it would work aerodynamically to go the other direction, because the rest of the ray wheel is pretty simple. But you'd have to be careful with probably the energy ring too with how it sticks up, because the energy ring also kind of has that flowy pattern for right rotation, so you need to literally invert that. Like if you put into a program, so to speak, right? You'd want to invert it, like mirror it, most likely. Okay. Ooh, ow. There's something wrong. You're going here. 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 I'm pretty sure I took Bakshin apart because I knew I was going to need that 90, but I think I decided I might go with the gray Bakshin Susanoo this time for the Bakshin wheel. Okay. It's going to be awkward if my computer gets down on battery. Oh, wait, you know what that reminds me. File. Save. Everything else should be able to... No. I should be able to close everything out in Infinity. And I did nothing in Inkscape. I just opened it. No. Okay, there we go. For now, Susanoo's going to go back together. Earth and Poison are extra wheels, though I do have the other Poison Serpent out. Okay, all these bays need to go back on the shelf. Oh, wait. Do I have the camera... Whoops. Do I have the camera downwards by accident? No, it's just on my preview screen. It's showing that the camera is looking downwards. Okay. Real quick, just for me to make sure here. Is the camera pointed at the base, or is it pointed somewhat at the floor? My camera is showing it's pointed at the base. My preview screen is looking at the floor. Unless my preview screen paused. That's a possibility too. Actually, you know what? My preview screen probably just paused. Yeah, it paused. That's what it is. Never mind. We're good. Yeah. My preview screen paused. It did that in another stream too. Okay, Erosion's around that spot. Lynx is back here. Lynx is there, actually. Mario is here. Archer Drift's about there. Extra Serpent is going to go here for now because it was not put together, and it's not going to be put together for long. That's Rock Bull. Fire Blaze is there. Striker is where Serpent should be. So Serpent's going to go up front for a little bit. The ugly one. You're there. And then Earth is around here. Poison's around here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Aldrago needs to be put back together. Okay. Aldrago goes in the back because it's ugly. And I accidentally bumped that. I bumped that. Yeah, that's the spot, probably. Probably the spot. Close enough. Okay. Oh yeah, Susano. Susano can just go right here for now. That's, I think it's Smol's spot. No, it's not Smol's spot. It goes back. Okay, now let me grab everything here. I didn't actually need a revisor. That's nice. You're definitely used. You're definitely used. Okay, why is Blitz a part? What combo is using Blitz? Earth Striker, that's what's using Blitz. Okay, now go back around. That went away on my screen. No! Wait, can I keep the chat up on my phone too? Down. No, that's not it. Oh, wait, there we go. There's the button. Yeah, okay. Okay, you guys talking about Cosmic. I had to relook. Okay, so here's the other issue. You guys can't see this. I set my Xbox controllers on the... Actually, let me go ahead and pick this back up and put it back up here. I put my Xbox controllers on the Beyblade shelf, where I put the spare parts during tournaments. So now, I've got to fix that. I also want to set you guys down for a second. There we go. That's what I want. Okay. This is going to get really messy with chargers that are eventually going to be needed. Okay, so these two boxes are really cool, but they're going to have to move over a little bit. This lamp is also quite nice, but I'm going to have to unplug it for a little bit. It's an extra anyways. And its light is pretty yellow. Okay. There we go. Now I got room for pieces. Energy rings, fusion rails, tracks, and tips. Okay. Let's see what else. I think we're ready to officially start. I'll grab Saramonda and put it over there. I'll grab Lyre and put it over there. Actually, that's not all Lyre. Where's the metal flat tip? That's the question. You need to go over here, I think. Something like that, yeah. Where is my MF tip? What is that on? Because it's not on a bay that's in the tournament. Oh, there's Bull. That's what went over here. Oh, no, because that's a different spot. Okay. This RF tip. Okay, Bernie Pornos coming over here. I guess I can keep these together if they're partially available. Extra track. Energy rings, actually bays that are together. Fusion rails, bays that are kind of together, and bays that are definitely not together. You go over here. Okay. I think we are finally ready. Oh, there's enough. Okay. It was behind the Xbox. I'm also going to move the Xbox. I brought a TV up to my room, so I can play it now. It needs audio video cables. You don't go there. Okay, finally, we're good. Okay. Thank you for staying AFK on the stream. That actually helps a lot to have somebody idly viewing it, even if they're doing something else. Okay, we're going to make the bays now officially. So Ethan is first, Flame Pisces. Sometimes I will see if I know there's another bay that's going to get taken apart. So the question is there a bay with flame on it that needs something else? I have an extra 230 that looks really cool, so I don't really plan on getting 230 off of Beys. Oh yeah, you guys can stick together. Then that leaves Sagittario, 1. What other flame bays are there? There is Flame Sagittario 2, the purple one. There's... I'm looking for the flame bays. I'm not seeing anything. What else is flame? Flame Beys, Flame Sagittario, Flame Libra. I don't think anybody asked for Libra. Flame Serpent. I don't think anybody asked for Serpent. Okay, Flame Aries. I'm going to take apart... Do I want to take apart Flame Aries? I might take apart Flame Aries. I'm going to take apart Flame Aries. Flame Aries is really cool, but I know a bunch of people asked for H145s, so... Probably makes the most sense. Ow, ow. I thought there was an extra... Oh, you know what? The extra one is on Flame Sagittario. That's why. Okay, so Aries, your energy ring can pop out here. And I'll come back to your H145 if needed. I just know I'm not using the rest of those other bays. Like, I'm certain. I don't think anybody asked for C145. If I just took WD off the big system, that's what I do. Okay. So Ethan wants the best semi-flat. So the question is going to be, which semi-flat is the best? It's probably the pink one, but there's also Gasher's orange one. And there's also... Yes, it's fine to mix Hasbro into Karatomi, at least in Metal Fight. Sometimes there's one's better than the other, but it's totally legal. Maybe it's different in, like, Burst or X or something, but it's perfectly fine. Okay, so who else is semi-flame? My thought is the pink one. I might have to test with these later. My thought is probably grab this pink one here, though, because I don't really use it ever. So I think it's the best one. Ow. Put you away. I've got a thing of tools out here, too. Okay, I'm just going to put that bay back. Now I need a 90. I mean, there's only one 90 that works here. Am I right? Actually, I shouldn't be afraid to use the black Bakishin wheel because I've got another Bakishin. There's a reason. I like having 2 of the painted ones, so... Yeah, I guess we'll go black Bakishin for that Storm Leon Bay later on. I probably will need the other ones off other 90s though, so we'll have a choice. There's Susanoo. Put Skip there. Okay. There's where I set flame. I agree. I wish I had a flame bowl. I do not have one though. I like Rock Aquario too, just to have. I really want the red Cyber Aquario. Okay, so here's Ethan's bay. We've got the burgundy 90 to go with the pink. I don't think there's a pink 90. That'd be really cool though. Okay, bay number 4. We're 1/4 of the way done, except we've only actually made one today. Next thing up is Thermal Fox CH120 EWD. Now, Pividov asked for yellow CH120 if I'm not mistaken. And I want to confirm that. Okay, so Pividov asked for yellow CH120, but Pingu beat him with Earth Kerbex, and Pingu, that's the one that Pingu uses. So I'll probably have to settle and go for the orange one. I think the pink one's the funny one. Oh, wait. I did not give too many people CH120, did I? By accident. CH120, CH120, CH120. Oh, thank the Lord. I don't think I did. Wait. Rockaway asked for it with the combo, didn't he? I might actually have to. I'm thankful that I have extra ones of those. T125, there's a backup. Thank goodness. I try not to. Whoops. I try not to take my Beys apart for the. Well, not. I don't have two of every part, so I try not to do it like that because A, it forces people to use more parts, and B, if one person had access to CH170 or TH170, and then everybody had access to another part, that's not exactly equal, right? If I can't double up everything, so since I can't double everything, I try not to. That's good. Okay, so this one's going to be the pink one, I think, because it's EWD. Pila will go with the orange one. Yellow one will go to Pingu. So okay. That means it's you is what's needed. And it was Fox. That's the other question. Did more than one person use Fox? Ask for Fox? It was just one. Thermal Fox, okay. And Infinity Fox. The other one asked for TR145 W2D, so I'm going to use the yellow Fox for this one. The yellow and red Fox. Which would make this pretty spicy with orange or something, but it's got EWD on the bottom anyway. Okay. I'm probably going to need this cancer. Because a lot of people asked for cancer, which is a way better than a lot of people asking for bull. That annoyed me when everybody asked for bull, because I only had midnight bull and dark bull colors. And I don't want to be forced into using a bunch of those. That's not fun. Okay. This was thermal. What? Bay needs thermal. We're going to take Pisces apart, actually. Wait, yeah, we're going to take Pisces apart. There's an extra T125, but I'm going to take Pisces apart because I don't think there's any other really thermal bays besides, thermal Gemios or something. And I like Pisces. Or I like Pisces T125. It's my favorite one. So, might as well, if I'm going to have to take apart a thermal bay, I might as well take apart Pisces and make a for the T125 later. This is really messy. I'll check the chat in a second. I know Stormmaker role player, so that's something. Okay, I'm gonna need that. I'll probably need that. Fox. I need an alternate face bolt for the Fox. Oh, also who? I also need to check metal faces. Ethan didn't want one. Thermal, yeah, okay, so nothing there. So I need a regular face bolt to pair with this. I'm going to go with the extra Virgo because I think its colors match the best. It's yellow and red. Okay, we finally have a second bay here. Okay, let me check this out. Forbidden Bull H145 flat ball. I think that's pretty cool, pairing H145 and a flat ball together. Here we go, Thermal Fox TH130 EWD. Oh boy. 1, 2, oh, that is a massive hair. You're getting picked up. And put in the trash. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 bays. Okay. Next up is SMW L Beta, who wanted a random bay with Christmas colors. Use the red rock for a full Christmas bay. That's the question. I don't have to, but I could. I could use red rock. But that also might look really funny having red rock with something else on it. I probably need to take apart the red rock, though. I said random. That's the thing. I said random. There's more choices if I don't do red rock. Oh, that's tricky. Okay. There is a Metal Fight Bay randomizer. Metal Fight Bay randomizer. Wow, this is actually a thing. That's really cool. Okay. No synchron. We want no 4D bottoms probably for this, because most of them aren't going to be red and half of them are being used. Toggle. Okay, we don't want special metal faces, especially because those are being used by a lot of things. This is going to be me randomizing a lot and waiting for a part to pop up, probably. No pre-hot top. Yeah, no 40 bottoms. All Dragos. Okay. All 4D, we don't want that. But we're fine having 0G. That works. Can also put red on top for that, which is cool. Okay. We don't want EDF. But I think the rest works. Okay, generate. Not Hades Dark Helm, that's out of the question. Dark Knight, nope, that's already taken. Ares, do I have a Christmas colored Ares? No, I don't. I have pink. I have pink and gray and purple. Destroyer, no. Cygnus, wait, Cygnus is being used. That's also not green or red. Fox, being used. No, that's not Christmassy. No, stop getting me wrong. Cetus, green's being used, I don't have red. Unicorno 2. That's aqua. I want green. No, not Ares. That's not the right color. I don't have that. I don't have the red one of that. Or the green. Guardian. Oh, we got a 0G Bay. I do have a Guardian, and the Guardian just so happens to be red. So what's the bottom part of it? Salamander, okay. Guardian Saramanda is, I was tempted to go with Serpent, if I'm being honest. I do have a green colored Saramanda. Well, not green, but a green, kind of green stickered one. Actually, that is the one that's sitting over there. Normally, I'm a don't put the sticker things on the bottom, but hey, you know what? I will gladly take the one that's already being used. There we go. Wing Attack 130, that just so happens to be red. I also have a green one that's an option too. Coated Sharp, which is green. Oh, perfect. Okay, so we have... We're going to have to take apart a bay for this. Does anybody want Thief and Virago? I don't think so. So we're going to take apart the 41, I think. Where is it? I'm blind. There it is. Actually, we're going to take apart Virago. Okay, so where did I set the tool? I set the tools over here. The Virago can go over here. I wish there was a little bit more green. That's my only complaint here. Why are you getting stuck? Come on, H1. There we go. I think that got it. Or that didn't. What the heck? Okay, I'm putting the bay together, and then I'm gonna do it. Stop it. Does anything have a green face bolt? That'd be the other thing if I could randomize it. What has a green face bolt? I should check just to make sure. I don't think anything has a green face bolt. I think I've got Aqua, except for Gargoyle. That'd be the only thing is if I wanted to cheat and put Gargoyle on the bottom to make it green. But I think I'm pretty content to just do this. Okay, so I think this is pretty fine for a Christmassy bay. We've got a good amount of color on it. If I like made it, but he said random, and it's not really random if I just make the bay, so I didn't want to do that. Let me go back to the chat. That is a sick website, by the way. Okay, I'm gonna answer the chat here in a second. Copy. No. Copy this. I'm posting this in the chat. This is sick. Bay generator. Okay. Favorite legendary? I don't actually use legendaries much because you get them so late and they're so good. But without... I like Raikou. I like Yveltal. I like Giratina. I like Darkrai. And I like Ho-Oh. Those are probably my top 5 in no order. What else? The Pisces, yeah, I agree. The Pisces is awesome. No, I got an extra, don't worry. I don't mind the paint. Lunala's pretty cool. Here's the Christmas Bay. So it's got some blue, but it's green mostly, just the blue outline, with red for the Guardian, and then red on the bottom with green. I think this is pretty good, and the stickers that you can see are kind of half green, and they're also partially blue, but that's okay. That's good enough. It just took me a while getting the energy ring, because the only other thing that I got that was technically red, quote-unquote, is pink Aries got randomized, and I've got pink Aries, but that's not really what you think of for Christmas. And I have this Aquaria, which is also not quite what you think about for Christmas colors. Okay, the Christmas Bay is done. I know those parts are not going to be taken. I've got extras of all of those. Only thing would be a CS, I guess. But... okay. Next up. That was a really cool combo. I like that idea. You know what that could be? That could be a fun series. So, Dancing Foxfire uses the generator to generate things. It could be a really fun series to randomly generate 2 bays and have a battle. That'd be sick. We might have to try that. Okay, Bakshin Leon 90 RF. So I need another 90 to come off the board. How many 90s do I need in total? One could come off of Burn Cancer. 90, 90. 85. 90. Looks like we only need 2 90s. Wow, okay. So I guess I'll just do Burn Cancers. I'll take about Burn Cancer because a bunch of people want Burn Cancer, and I think somebody wants a Featherface even. I wish I had extra Cancer Face bolts. That's one that'd be nice. But I don't. I'm short. Because I'll use this Cancer with somebody. If somebody wants Cancer, I will totally do. I might take that WD2 since it's a part. Other thing. Is this a Metal Face Bolt Bay? No. It's just Stormland. Okay. I wish I had a better Stormland Face Bolt. I could always ask Jerry for the thing, but I don't want to burn a sticker sheet on just that. But I don't really know what else I'd want to do. Except mooching off Jerry infinitely. Okay. So, where did I set Bakshin? There's Bakshin. Bakshin Leon. I'm getting a blue. And it's RF. Okay. Since this is a blue tip, I'm going to go with a blue RF. Which is... why am I blind? This Pegasus one should be pretty good. I don't actually know offhand like how good each RF is. I know sometimes the Aqua ones that come off Cybercore are finicky, but they're really clean looking, but they're sometimes finicky. But I'm going to put the... Oh, I'm against the light. That's what I need to do. I need to move. I'm going to put the... I'm blocking the light. The only light's my room light. Or the sunlight. So, Bakshin Leon, 90 RF. There is a better, like, 90 RF combination, probably, but... I'm using the purple RF. There's a clear one, and there's a black one. That'd be the other thing is there's the black one. Oh, actually, I think I'm going to do that. This black works green. And it's on Burn Scorpio. It is black. Green's the Enduring. Yeah, that'll look a little bit better. I wish I'd have a black 90 for this, but I don't think I have one. This is probably a safer RF tip too, to be fair. So here we go. Faction Leon 90 RF with the black RF. That's all the traces. From 1 to 10, how good of you? I think you're a great blader. All it takes is blader spirit. Okay, good old Earth Kerbex. Classic. Very happy to see Pingu in this one. I don't think Pingu was in the last tournament, so I was kind of like, I hope it gets some more regulars. There's no Helio this time. That's kind of sad. It's always nice having Helio, but we're going to be taking apart the other Kerbex because I forgot one of their face bolts is awkward and funny. Yeah, this one comes apart way easier. I'm not going to need any more of this bay. Pingu is always a prime candidate to have the color change. I can actually hue anything off because of it's the Christmas lights. That's when it looks easier. Yeah. I've been iffy on what like series I want to do because I would nobody answered my question of the day. That's why I need to build up my platform that people answer my questions of the days. I was gonna ask what series people like besides draft battles and CBTs because those are kind of staples. Because there's some that I could do again, but I wasn't sure about. Beat My Combo kind of fills a void of random, but I also only do it every week or every other week, and it's multiple bays. So if I just took apart a couple bays for these two combos, you know, and did it the odd weekends that Beat My Combo doesn't come out, I could also pick up do Beat My Combo again, but I'm pretty content to do Beat My Combo just once. Once every other week. Earth Kerbex. We're going to just grab the extra Earth. And Inferno Vixus is coming apart. Go Bay, Inferno Vixus. If you don't stand Inferno Vixus, then get out. Okay. Sorry, Pivotov, but you were beaten by Pingu, and obviously Pingu has to have the yellow one. I know you specified Pingu as the yellow one. That is like Pingu's Bay. Now I gotta find which WD is the best. Real quick, I wanted to go to search up beats on my channel. The last Beat My Combo actually pretty solid, all things considered. The thing with Beat My Combo is as it's gone on, it's kind of stabilized in its views, and it's not really doing any better than other series most of the time, like a similar battle. Part of that's because its views aren't always high. Like if it gets to 100 views, then it does really well. Or if it gets to a good view number, it gets better watch hours because it's longer. But it doesn't always get there, so then it just is like a slightly better regular video, and it takes way more effort to do. Which is why I don't exactly want to go back to Beat My Combo every week. That was, wait. That was, Burned Scorpios. I do have that blue one. I could have done that, but I figured the Burned Scorpios is black, so even though it's a blue 90, it would look better with the black of the action. And then I've also got a... Well, actually, I'm going to need that separate program, but... I've got these. I want the red one badly, but it's really, really expensive. But yeah. I used the Burn Scorpio RF. I'm going to be back, though. I'm going to need you later. And I need you back. WD. Oh, yeah. I agree. Okay. Do we want a duo to be? How good are they? That's the question. That's pretty good. Let me compare it to these because these aren't used much. Yeah, I think this is a perfectly fine WD to grab. I'm gonna grab another tool. So I have a tool on up here. Okay, Pingu's Bay is complete. Pingu's really good with limited with this combo. I mean, yeah, it's a good combo, but you know, you can always get unlucky. Pingu doesn't get unlucky. Pingu's made semifinals literally every CBT dating back to limited format CBT 12, except for one, I think. Or it's since 9. No, it's since 9. And 11, he missed it because I beat him at 11. Or no, I think I beat him in the semifinals, then he beat me round 1. So yeah, he's been all but one since like LFCBT 9. He's made semifinals, at least. Yes, they do, technically. Really, how energy rings work is generally speaking, you want heavy ones, but some are better than others. Kerbex is pretty good because it's a 3, and that works with certain things, or in some people just like Kerbex. But like Aquario, Bull, Gasher / Cancer, Sagittario 2 have really good weight distribution, and they're heavier. They're good for Cygnus. They're good for stamina and defense. Attack ones are a little bit different. Like Flash pairs really good with Cetus. Vulcan pairs good with Scorpio 2. Vulcan pairs good with Gemioth because the weight is distributed at that weird angle or up against things. Screw is good with Pisces and Bakishan, technically, because they don't expose contact points. It's honestly kind of complex when you think about it. I am going to need to grab my charger. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, Pingu's Bay is done. We're now 1/4 of the way through. Yay. The good news is, even though I'm stepping around here, I do have a yeah, I have a charger that's not, or I should say I have a, no, you know what, it would be better to put it over here, because it's this side. This is on. Okay. Maybe I should do a clean room. I was gonna, oh no, actually, I probably shouldn't do a room cleaning stream because I would get so distracted. Yep. Actually, I've got the CBT thing up. I haven't done the I haven't updated to the last CBT that I won. It's the standard, but yeah, in limited. If we go to the finals appearances, Pingu has made limited format 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, and 16 semifinals. He made finals in 12 and 16 and 1 in 12, and that's just limited. Pingu also made finals in 4D4, but lost. And overall, Pingu is 34 and 21. He's won only limited format 12, so that's 22 CBTs entered. 34 and 21 is pretty good. It's really difficult to stay higher than 500. If you look down the list on the spreadsheet, I guess you guys can't see the spreadsheet easy, can you? We'll pick this up for a second. And I will get onto the side of the chair. Okay, so if we go through like the spreadsheet here, right? You guys aren't going to be able to see it. I might share this at some point. It'd be easy. But I have records by format is probably the best thing to look at, just records overall. It is really difficult to be consistently good. A lot of people like Luke Pearson's 18 and 9, Bardia is 13 and 6, Griffith Quill is 12 and 5, Mr. Weeklaw is 12 and 6. But yeah, as you get higher up, there's like a lot of people up higher are pretty good, like 10, maybe 12. Mega Turtles is crazy. I'm getting kind of crazy too, but it's pretty difficult to be just like a good amount over 500. So Pingu being 12 over 500 with that number of tournaments is pretty good. There's a lot of people who are double it, like, you know, again, 13 and 6, 12 and 6 types, but those have been in way less tournaments. Okay, back to, let me check the chat real quick. Yeah. People sometimes go by just what the Beys are. Like Pegasus is attack because Pegasus is an attack type. Unicorno, attack, you know, that kind of thing. When it comes to energy rings. I don't really put much stock in what each energy rings type is, though. Because a lot of them are, yeah, like, yeah, Aquario's an attack type, technically, but it's not good, as Stormmaker Roleplayer says. He's right there. Aquario's technically an attack type, but it's not good. It's not the best for attack. Heck, even Pegasus, like, 3 is pretty heavy, and Pegasus 2 is pretty heavy. Like, they're good options for stamina defense, if you just prefer them, but they're, you know, not as good for attack. Okay. Next one up is Pingu. Okay. This is Pivev, who wants orange. Yeah, okay. Defense mode, orange. So let us remember. So counter mode is Medusa's eyes. So this one's already in defense mode because it's not Medusa's eyes. And then it's CH120. Metal face light. Okay. Rip. We have to take a face pull now. I've thought about banning metal faces just because I don't like using them. Okay. We're gonna go with just a regular old metal face. I don't have one that would look crazy good with this. And the purple and red ones, some people want light and feathers, so I might have to use those. And I typically would rather use those than the aqua ones if I'm going for a metal face light or feather or something like that. And last but not least, burn cancer now has to be taken apart. I guess I technically could have taken the orange one off of this one too for Ethan's Bay. It might fit a little bit better, but I think that pink one is pretty good. TCCS, okay. I wish I had an orange one. Okay. It's hard to keep track, not just of the chat, but I have to switch tab, but also because, you know, people in the chat talk with each other, you know, and reply. So, like, there's replying back and forth. I bounce back and forth. I sometimes say Energy Ring and I sometimes say Clue Wheel. And same with Metal Wheel and Fusion Wheel. But I do think the Energy Ring and Fusion Wheel sound cooler. Okay, so Pivot said TT, so I'm going to go with the gray one. I do have blue and purple. But Pivot kind of took all the cool colors off. Took all the, if this was the blue, the regular not metal face, I would go with the blue one, but it's not the blue one. There's no blue on this big left really, except for some small highlights, so I'm going with the gray one. This is the TT gray one, not the Hasbro gray one. I'm pretty sure it's a TT gray one because I got it in a lot, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not the one that comes off my striker, which is the main one I use. It's really fast, yeah. Okay, fun fact. I lost in limited format CVT 1, I believe it was, with Screw Unicorno because I faced a Cyber Bay. I was so light and it was just way faster. Pegasus 2 is pretty heavy for Energy Ring. It's so good though. I wish more people use Pegasus 2. Like, come on. This is such a fantastic looking one even when it's not on the blue. And this one looks awesome. Really, really cool. Nobody ever uses them. It's really depressing. And let's not forget about the Triple Battle Set Stadium one. Everybody uses the gray media. A lot of people even ask for that one. I don't like that one as much. I don't hate that media, but I don't like it as much as other medias. Somebody is actually getting a TT media this time because there's like 3 medias taken. Okay. Left spin for all matches. Okay. Dark Knight Gyarados DF1405 LRF from Jerry. So Jerry's getting the gray one, not the shiny one, because somebody actually said, I asked, most people want Crystal Up, so do you want that as well for the other person who wanted a Gyarados? And they said no, so we're not going. So that one's going to be the shiny one because it's Crystal Up. And I'll just go ahead and grab Dragoon. I forget if Dragoon was... I feel like it was unbanned. I could be wrong, but I decided to allow it in my CVTs because I don't think it's even broken anyway. So, do I need left wing 170 BSF? I don't know. I'll need it for Beat My Combo though. By the way, if you haven't entered already, Beat My Combo is the 4D Fang left wing 160 BSF that was used a couple weeks ago by Flog, because that combo is really cool. Okay, Downforce 105. I'm going to go with this light one over the bluer ones because it's kind of closer to the Gyarados' aqua color. And then LRF, I guess I'll just give Jerry the black one that goes on the gold Ultrago. I have harvested a lot of my rubber tips. I think there's an exception. There's an exception. There's a Galaxy with a nice tip. Never mind. I have a bad tip on the Galaxy. Eventually I'd like to get one, but I've got a good tip. I've got a mint on this extra Galaxy, and on my used like once or twice that has like no paint chips, I've saved this RF. Otherwise I've used those. Okay. Let me tighten this and get the tip on. There we go. Here's Jerry. Dark Knight, Gyarados, Downforce 105. Left rubber flat. I think that's left rubber flat. Yeah, Pegasus 3 is really good too. I just don't like its colors as much, but that's because I only have the Hasbro one. I've never actually gotten Big Bang. I would like to get it eventually at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it because it's not that important to get another Big Bang. I have some cool videos with Galaxy versus Lightning going out of the Super Vortex Stadium, and I've wanted to remake them, but I haven't done it yet. GB versus Galvanosis. Have I done that? I'm not sure I've done that one. Okay. Hopefully this will be an amusing listen while you study. Okay, as you go back to studying. Let's see, next is FX. No, that's People Basketball Limbo. Okay, Arav Sharma, who's in the chat. Oh wait, no, that was you replied to Major Bay. Sorry. That was the comment about putting RF instead of Y flat. Okay. Spiral Chronos GB145 circle flat. Okay. So grab either Chronos, I don't think it matters. TT1 obviously. And then I'm gonna grab the Fox Beys Infinity Fox, which is Thunder. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab Screw Fox because I know I need Fox again. That's another T125 take-up part as well. Come to think of it. I'm gonna be taking I'm not gonna use this WTE for the tournament. That one is terrible. It is very old Foxes. Oh yeah, let me go back to the chat page too. Lightning El Drago, 85. Yeah, no. You should give them 85 Gigahole flat, the best tip in the world. Okay. I'm gonna keep Fox over. No, I'm gonna keep Fox with the rest of the parts, even though I'm gonna need it again. Ah, the Peaceful fell. Okay, so this is like a really easy one to make because there is like one clear option when it comes to colors for this, and that is a yellow GB145 yellow circle flat. I have a lot of circle flat colors and a lot of wing 145 colors, and I need to get another TTE for it because I love my TTE for it and I don't want to use it because it's shiny and got really good stickers on it. But I have like every color you could want. Okay. Here we go. Let's get out of this one again. Spiral Chronos, GB145 circle flat. Okay. What are we going to need? I have this tab, so click on again. Fricker Blader with Earth Cancer 90 W2G. Okay. That's another 90. That's the other 90 coming off. Wait, I need 3. Am I an idiot? 90. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need 3. That's what it is. Okay. Which cancer to give Fricker Blader is the question. Because there's like what, 3 cancers? There's Earth Cancer. There's Rock Cancer. There's Duo Cancer. I'm kind of feeling blue for the Duo one. And Flame Cancer 230 NB. Oh man. Well, Flame Cancer, if I have metal face bolts on the board, I'm going to prioritize the people who asked for heavy metal face. It's going to go in order. Oh, Pivot's metal face light. Okay. Whoops. Gave Pivot up the wrong thing. If I have the metal face light roll, it's going to go in order of who asked for them. But if there's still a metal face left, I'm going to put the red one with that cancer. Okay, metal face light. Okay, can somebody in the chat make sure I have this right? I agree. Is this metal face light the one with the metal on the outside? If somebody could tell me if that's correct or not, I'd be much appreciated. I'll switch it if it's not correct. Okay. So Fricker Blader said Earth Cancer. Is that a metal face heavy? No, just Earth Cancer. Okay. So now I got to decide on an Earth Cancer to use. Do I need another GB145? Well, I've got a bunch of extra GB145s. So we're going to take our Eagle. Red one because I have a lot of them. Or no, it's not the real Eagle, so that's the one that's going to take it apart. I really only have Earth Eagles and Earth Virgo as my Earths. I legitimately do not have any other Earth. I have just the Cancer engineering. Definitely something that's on the board to get eventually is like some of these things I only have the engineering to, but anyway, besides the point. Nobody really asked for Eagle or Virgo, so. Okay, I'm going to take your word for it for now. Okay. Earth, Cancer. Okay, so I got to decide which Cancer I want. I think I want the pink one here. I think Duo Cancer I want to be blue. I think I want the pink one here. And I think I want the red one on the 230, which leaves the orange one for rock, I believe. Unless I want to use clear Cancer, because I could use that too. That's also an option. I've got blue, I've got red, I've got pink, I've got clear. Wait, blue, orange, red, pink, and clear. Yeah. I missed one. And I've got brown too. But I don't like brown as much. I know that some people like. I think Storymaker Roleplayer probably likes the brown one more than me. But that's not my personal favorite. Okay, so Earth Cancer 90 W2D. Shoot. Okay. So I said we need an extra 90. I think we're going to make an adjustment on the Beys real quick. Because in an effort to make things look pretty, I would really like a... I'm going to take this 90. Because I think the other options are basically just like Wing Pegasus, and I don't really want Wing Pegasus as 90. Like, that's not really a particularly attractive one. Take this tool. Or do some Bay rearranging here. I have a bunch of blue W2Ds. So let's put the 90 with the pink one. Actually, this might, you know what we're going to actually do? We're going to go blue Cancer here. I'm going to, because the duo one's the TH170. Yeah. We're going to go for the Earth Cancer. And I'm going to grab Herculeo's face bolts because I don't have an orange Cancer one. I guess the other option is be Pisces. I could technically take Flame Pisces. Or extra evil Pisces one. Yeah, I'll do that. That's the closest I can get to Cancer. And then I can take a blue W2D. Now you are going to take this one. I'm going to stick with the black rubber flat. I think it's better than the clear one, but I could also stick the clear one to go with the white. So I will show you guys that in a second. I know I'm going to need that. Don't need the rest of you. W2D. Okay. Let me look at some of these. Is it you? Yeah, I'm gonna grab you. Okay. You've made an adjustment here. Back there. So we have stuck the white 90 on Arev's Bay. That'd be in full. Make sure I got it right. Rob Sharma. Put the white one on. And then Earth Cancer with the blue 90 and W2D. I think that is a better combination. Okay. Next up is Kaiyang Blader with Earth Hades BD. That's a metal face. Okay, so that is... I have built 12. So I got 20 left. And it's 111. Okay. Well, okay, next one was the Earth BD, right? That's what I said. Yeah, Earth Hades BD. I need another thermal. Wow, okay. I was just looking at another combo that's going to need to be made. Okay, so I guess we're taking apart an eagle this time. Take off the one in the back. Earth, Dark Helm, Ryan's BD. I wish more people used Ryan. Ryan's really pretty. It's a great color. No, we're not making crazy progress. Funny thing is, somebody actually asked for this on something else, and I've thought about getting Midfake Hazy, but I have not. So I've only got one of these, and it's this, Fire Fused Dark Helm one. And somebody asked, I do not know what needs metal faces offhand, but I'm going to go ahead and put the wolf one on here because this one is normally a red color, and red and blue look really pretty together. So, if somebody wants, wait, do any of the Meteos want it? Somebody asked for the gray Meteo, I know that. Jason, who I think asked for gray. Did Jason ask for gray? Or was it Circato? I think it was Jason. No, he asked for the black one. Okay. Nope. Somebody wants the black Meteo with metal face. That's going to be... Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be that one. Okay. So instead, this one's just going to be the metal face that I was about to put on Pivo. I think. Actually, that might be a different one. Whatever. Metal face is a metal face. BD. Check the chat again. I'm having to go back and forth. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, Monkey. You're actually your question almost blended in with Stormmaker Roleplayer because your thing is purple and his is purple too. Icon. Quite a few of my age Inka's Bays, Tornado Pegasus, your used Bay, Tubasa's Bay, and Riga's Bay. I like Blitzgill 85 metal flat. That's a pretty cool bay. I can relate to that on the job application process. It is nightmarish. End of the year is also rough because people are, you got budgets in and stuff. There you go, there's Earth Darkhelm, 90 BD, or 90 BD, Bearing Drive. Okay. Make sure I'm correct here. Yep, Earth Hades, okay. Next is Jason with Meteo. No, it was Circato who asked for the black one. Okay. I missed Jason. There you go. Gray and gold. I low-key, I wish I could just put the, I wish I could just set down, like, the brown one. Just use the brown one for the CBT. The brown free 230. But I always get a little scared because I have Genbul about using that one because Genbul's, you know, really rare. And this is, yeah, free 230 GCF. Okay. It always worries me if it breaks because if it breaks, then I'm stuck with not as good ones. And that's my Genbul too. It makes me very sad, the fear. Okay. What color GCFs do I have? I've got a red GCF, I think. Or do I? Do I have red GCF? You know you get a red GCF. You're green Quake. You're red E230. I guess I don't have red GCF. I just have red E230. Oh, man, that sucks. So that means we've got green and gray. So we're using green. On you. No, not you. You. You're gonna be easier to get off. One one gargoyle Ephrids and skirt up, and one's in skirt down. Yeah, none of those other bays over there have red 230 or red GCF. Yeah, I don't have red GCF. I just have red 230. Ah, rat. I'm happy to have red 230. The funny thing is, half the time I've used the non-red one because, like Helio, it's just kind of classic to go with the green one for Helio, even though the red does look really good. Okay. Tobio's Bay, Screw Capricorn, that's a good bay. Storm Aquarius Final Survivor is pretty interesting, but it does make sense. I refuse to use this gray GCF, anything off of that Phoenix Bay, unless somebody specifically asked for Phoenix. Yeah. Yeah, I've only got, man, I kind of wish I had the red GCF. Yeah, looking around, I don't. Got green Quake. Okay, gray Meteo. Here it is. Gray Meteo is definitely getting a gray metal face. No doubt about it. That's just what fits. Hasbro Medias are always the one I do first. Even if you don't ask, you'll get one if you're one of the first two, because it's better rubber, softer. Okay, free 230 metal face, free 230 GCF. That bay flipped over. Okay, let's stick these parts on the shelf now. There's another eagle. There's an extra face bolt. There's an extra face bolt. And then some tracking tips. Okay. I used Screw Unicorno with, I used Storm Capricorn with Screw against Flash, and that was pretty fun, actually. I should do that one again at some point. Earth Sagittario Metal Face, SW145 WD, and is that specifically the orange one? Okay. Yeah, so Sagittario 2. I'm going to grab Rex for the Rex, which is currently in defense mode for the because I need Nightmare anyway. Whoa, that just fell. I need Nightmare for something, I believe. So I feel pretty okay taking that one apart. This is another bay that is absolutely not going to have a special metal face. If I can avoid it. And that is a 230 part, but that's not the one that's going to be used. Okay, metal face. It was Earth, wasn't it? That's another Earth, okay. Here comes another eagle coming apart. I hope I don't have to take apart every single eagle / Virgo. I actually have an Earth that is like chipped, so I can't use that. This would have been one of my extra Earths. Which stinks, because it'd be a lot easier. And what was that tip? Was it WD? Okay. I guess we will grab another gold one, assuming they look nice. That looks pretty good to me. I'm really just looking to make sure it's not flat, because I have a ton of WDs. I don't know which is which on the scale of how good they are. So, where did I set that? I set that tool over there. Dang it. Why do I keep doing that? This tool needs to be over here. It needs to stay over here. Okay. Here is, this is ball, right? Yeah, here's Ball's Bay. Metal face, Earth Sagittario, SW145 WD. We were one away from halfway, though I did not. I put three already together, though. Metal face, light, thermal, eagle, wing 105, metal flat. Okay. I like that. Whose wing 105 do we want is the question, because I don't actually have one of those apart. I don't think. I do have one apart, actually. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to grab... Oh, yeah, I got thermal lacerda. I forgot about that. Ow. What is that under? Oh. Oh, I missed the white flat. Let me put that away. Okay. Thermal. Do I need anything off the lacerda? Probably not. So I'm going to take apart something without stickers. I generally, if I have a choice, would take apart something without stickers before I sticker stuff. Just because little minor wear and tear. Thermal Eagle, Wing 105. Not going to have a... unless we get something that looks a lot better with this metal flat. This will be the blue metal flat bay. Thermal Eagle, Wing 105 metal flat. I had a lot of those pieces to go apart already, thankfully. That's halfway officially. Okay, Rockerai, since you're in the chat for a second, can you confirm what Storymaker Roleplayer said, that this is metal face light with the outside? That would be appreciated. Want to have a second opinion since Storymaker said he wasn't sure. Okay, what's next? Oh, it's a Featherface. Whoops. I guess that is just going to be Burn Cancer's Featherface, because I'd like to save that red one if I can. If at all possible, I'd like to save the red one for the Cancer Bay. Okay, who's next up? Rock Cancer Final Drive. Okay, we said this is going to be Orange Cancer. So this face bolt is normally... Well, I could double up with Sagittarius and make it very orangey. There's Eagle. There's Destroyer / Perseus. FS is pretty tall. FS is pretty tall. It's at least a 145 height, if not bigger. Okay. I do not know what energy ring I want to put on this. This was the Final Drive Bay, was it? Yes, Final Drive. Yeah, it's like 145-ish. That's around where I was thinking. Okay. It's missing a face bolt, but Rock Cancer, Final Drive. I'll decide when I've done more bays. Because I know there's more bays that need metal faces. That means face bolt's coming off. I could use that red Cancer one if I want a Cancer, yeah. Which also could be switched... Oh no, that could be switched on to blue Cancer. If we get there. Okay, Napatsu, Metal Stoneface, Pegasus, Bandit, H145 RF. Banger. And I guess it works. That gimbal did have to come apart. Stick these over here. That is the cool dark red Wing 105 coming apart too. Okay. Somebody might have wanted Samurai. So we will see that I come back. Do I want to go ahead and use this H145 or use one of the other ones? I think I want to use one of the other ones. Yeah, I want the blue one. This one, I do want the clear H145 from Bull. Oh, yeah. There's Bandit. I can put this over with somewhere for now. Little Stoneface. These are really awkward to put on because they do not like to stay. I just think this H145 is going to look so much better than anything else because it's clear. Oh, that actually went together really nicely. Oh, that's just a regular old RF. I think that was. In which case, I guess I'll grab the blue one, which looks kind of awkward, but not terrible. Okay, here's Napatsu Bay. Pegasus Bandit, Metal Stoneface, H145 RF. Could go back to a blue bottom on that Pegasus Bay. Nightmare Cygnus GB145 EDS. Perfect. Okay, back to the chat. I don't think FS is that good. You're tired, hungry, and chilly? Okay. You're going here. You're going over here. You're going here. I was right on needing Nightmare. I remembered that one. Another exception on the painted wheel thing. I'd never really minded using the Nightmare wheel, even though it's painted. It's not a crazy different color. It's kind of like using Cyber or something that's painted shiny. Okay. GB145. And I know there's an EDS taken apart that's green, but we're going to take off the tip of one of the 0G ones. I don't think they're that different in quality, and looks way better. Okay, another quick bay. Go ahead, one on the ground here. Put together this one too, because this is a really easy bay to put together as well. Okay, we got two real quick. So we got Nightmare Cygnus, GB145 EDS, and we got Ray-Gil 85XF with the clear 85XF this time. Gil was coming up. I know it's in the list. I agree. I don't think Nightmare's that good either. Okay, this was actually the next one too. Perfect. So that was Mass, and then Storymaker Role Players. I'll show that one again since you're in the chat too. Ta-da! I'll get it a close-up. Look at that beautiful bay. This will be fun to use. Don't worry, that is it's just dust on the bottom of it. Oh, if you're trial and error past CVTs, yeah, Nightmare is not very good. Duo Cancer TH170 W2D. Okay, guess the light isn't making it to the red Cancer, so I guess this Duo Cancer will be the metal face light. I need Duo, that's what I need. Hasbro Duo, and I need TH170. And red metal face. Okay, so you are there. You know what? I'm gonna have to look it up. Okay. We're gonna make sure of this right now. Okay, metal face light is indeed clear core metal plate. Okay, that makes me feel good. That is backwards then. So is that. Wait a second. Okay. What did I put on? Yeah, clear core metal plate for that one. Where's the red one? There's metal stone faces. That's clear. That's metal core clear plate. Where's the other half of that bay? Red metal face is gone. I need to find that. Anyway, beaten links can go over here. And so can TH170 with this WD. Not TH170 with the WD can. And then let's grab Duo. Red Cancer, but not its face bolt. Might make a swap onto the other Cancer, that face bolt, but not right now. What did Wolborg ask? W2D, okay, interesting. That's going to be just another blue one. Probably another blue one. That's the yellow one. I want to do the yellow one. I'll do blue first. I'll do the other blue first. Yeah, this would have been really nice as blue cancer with the blue, but I like red and blue together, so that works out. Now the question is, where in the world is the other metal face? Because I thought they were all here. I can now move. I'll drag over too. Okay. There's a feather face and a metal face in those two bags, obviously, because those are bays that came with them. That's part of Burn, Sagittario. That's the roses, that's those two. Okay, it shouldn't be in a bag. Would the metal face? No, the metal face isn't sitting on a bay. I look at all these bays enough. There's no way the metal face is sitting on a bay. So where is the red plate? Or I should say the red core, technically. Where's the red core? That's what I'd like to know. Doesn't look like it's down there. On these shelves. That probably should be cleaned off at some point. Yeah, those shelves definitely need to be cleaned off at some point. I talk all stream about how I'm excited to put metal face light with cancer. And now I can't find the metal face light. What in the world has happened? I have no idea where it could be. I got metal face medium. Actually, I got two metal face mediums. It means there has to be one somewhere. Where could it have gone? Hang around there. Yeah, under the broken parts. Oh. I have no clue where this other metal face is. What used it in the last CBT? That'd be the other thing. Did they get like used in the last CBT and there was a mix-up somewhere? That's the only thing I can think of. It got mixed up and it's on the floor somewhere. It got moved. Got like shuffled around. In which case I would find it cleaning my room. Now I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed and sad. I don't see any other place this would be unless it got, on the floor somehow. Oh, that is super annoying. Okay. Yeah, that's double feather faces. I'm going to put this over to the side for now, and I'm going to come back to this. Also, I'm going to check my phone battery. 24, okay, that's going to be charged. Okay, well, here's the bay without the metal face light that is red. I'm going to come back to this. And it's not on another bay. Purple one is, regular metal faces are, Gasher's metal face light is on a bay. I don't think it's around there. I'm going to need to be careful not to punt my my wire by accident. Let me untangle this a tad. It's a really long wire, so I don't really keep it untangled. Come back through here. At the hour point, I'm starting to run out of things to talk about. So I'm half just disappointed I cannot find my face bulb. Okay. I'm going back and forth, so I need to make sure this is... There we go. Whoa. Do not move. I mean, you can move a little bit, but don't move too much. This feels precariously close to falling now because the cord is on it in one direction. Like, it is not sitting on the box anymore. It's getting moved by the box. What if I just put it against here? Wait, better idea. What if I just open that up a little bit? That's not too bad, even though this still feels like it's about to fall. Okay. Now I gotta be really careful because there's a chance that I can totally punt the cord by accident if I'm not careful. Okay, so we are not finding the metal faceplate right now. So, chat. Why does it need a tall performance tip exactly? SW145. Yeah, you were correct on the metal face light. I've got a metal face medium, and I don't have its other half. But its other half should be around here somewhere, because the last time I would have used it would have been a CBT. I probably would need to go back and look through the CBTs to see who asked. And then probably track down where it could have gotten wipes to. It's probably in this area, but you never know. Bombia's Facebook got on the other side of my room somehow and lost, so you never know. But it should be around here somewhere. It's bugging me now, though, not having it. Obviously, I can't use the light. I want the red core specifically. That's what I want, is I want the dark red core to go with Gasher. But alternatively, I could do the pink one and that like bright orangey colored one from Nightmare Rex, but I'm going to keep those off to the side for now. I don't always use them because they're shiny. Okay. Next bay up after Wolborg is not Selevsky, because Selevsky was last. Okay, let me Okay, that's from that person. So next we have Cercato with Medio Ultrago, black and red Medio. And that is 100 RF, okay. And that is a metal face heavy. So let's grab this. I'm starting to get tired now too, from doing this for such a long time. Oh wait, did I miss Rock Ride later? No, not yet. Rock Ride was further up. Okay. Back to where it was. There we go. 100 RF. What 100s do I have? How many hundreds do I need? Is the question, actually. 100, 100, 2 100s. The other one is rock tempo. So I'm going to... Some people use it for attack. I've seen it before. I'm going to use the light purple one here. And I'll grab a blue one the other day, because I only have 105s, I think, that are apart otherwise. Only 2 things need 100, and most of 100. I'm not sure I'm taking another 100 bay apart. So unless I do, I'm going to use this purple one for now. It's just easier. And then what was the other 100 bay? The other 100 bay was 100 R squared F. So not using, we're going to go for the clear one this time then. From Dark Capricorn. Yeah. Go for this RF. And I'll put the blue one with the blue 100 that's going to look closer to Pegasus. Okay. Medio 100 RF with the metal face. The wolf metal face. Okay, we got 10 more to go. Let's rally up here. Okay. So next should be, yeah, that's Cercato. Next should be Rockrai, which is Cosmic T125 RF. Okay. Cosmic Zarafa. Which Zarafa would look better here? There's blue, which is naturally on a red one, but we have a lot of blue bays. How many more blue are being asked of? Earth Aquario, but that's the Aqua Aquario, not the dark one. There's a bull, there's a Cancer, there's a Foxlap, there's a Genios. I'm gonna pull out the regular Rock Zarafa because I think that color is a little bit more unique. Even though I think the blue one would look really good here. Now we're gonna do the blue one. The blue one, the Zarafa is too light and too clear of a color for that to work. The blue's gonna look a lot better. We're gonna grab, even though it now doesn't exactly fit the color scheme as much as the other one would have, we're gonna grab the Pisces T125 over Libras because that looks a lot better. And then I guess I don't want that one. This one? Yeah, this one. This one's a little flatter. These RFs should all be similar, so here's Zarafa. Guess you could argue for the green T125, but it's a bright green. That wouldn't look particularly amazing anyway. Now, next up is not Monkey because Monkey actually replied slightly after. So Archer Gyarados H145 R2F. Now I do have this purple Archer here. I also have a blue Archer. Let's see this one. Oh no, it's that pinkish colored Archer. That's pretty sick actually. Oh wait, but it's going downwards. Yeah, we're just gonna pick up the purple Archer because it's already apart right now. Somebody needed it for something, so. Or not somebody needed it for something. I don't like my other Archer. It's an ugly color. Archer Gyarados. Works out perfectly. This is the shiny Gyarados, since this is Crystal Up. And I will use Flame Aries H145 since it is together, or it's already apart. I want to take apart another one unless I have to. Actually, does anybody else want H145? If I have to take apart another one, I should at least see which ones are going to be worth it. Oh, wait, a bunch of people come in. Okay, I'll check the chat in a second. There's one other, and it's Ifrit Shinobi. Okay, and the Shinobi's purple as well. Yeah, I'll use this one on here. And I'll take apart a different orange one. Oh, actually, no. I'll stick with this. I could take apart the regular Dark Bull one now. And then put this one with Archer. Slevsky wants Ifrit. Yeah. You know, I think this one will look slightly better with the Ifrits. Here comes Bull apart. Okay, let me check the chat real quick after this. Put the bay together and then I'll look. And was this RF? R squared F. This was R squared F. Okay. What R squared F's are on the board? There's a blue one. There's this red one. That red one looks really clean, actually. Has anybody else asked for R squared F? Maybe I should ask for R squared F out of this one. Oh man, nobody asked for R squared F at this point. Wow. Okay. Guess this is the one. Here we go. Archipel Gyarados, H145, R squared F. 3/4 of the way through. Let's check the chat. Okay. Oh yeah. Now I gotta scroll up. RF has decent precision actually. It ain't that bad for spin stealing. Yeah. I think I agree with that. I don't think RF is too bad. It's not as good, but it's not too bad, especially for an attack tip. EWD, I don't think it's underrated because everybody thinks it's really good. You don't have RF. I don't know what the meta was like way back then, but I wouldn't be surprised if some people use RF. I mean, Meteor can get some KOs. It's a little light. But I've seen GF. Dragoon GF won a standard tournament. One of my standards a while back. It was like 10, or no, it was like CBT 28 maybe. 28, 29. I think it was CBT 29 might have been it. So I can see RF. Yeah, I think it's rated pretty well. Yeah, it's one of the best bombshells been stealers, that's correct. Hello, Bladers Network 2022. How are you doing? RF, yeah, EWD. Yes, EWD is not very underrated. LML players at home funny enough, okay. I'm flipping back in between studying and playing music, so I'm not hearing audio. Okay. Earlier LAD was more for tracks and metal wheels, or weight distance on the metal base, blade base itself. I have 0 kind of credit card, I can buy Beys therefore. Okay, yeah, it gets confusing when you're replying to different people. Okay. Sorry, I'm not the most active with the chat. It's I'm going to go back and forth. Okay. Monkey Rock Corrogium. 100 R squared F. Okay. So this is going to be an Eldrago. Nobody asked for an Eldrago, by the way, which is interesting. It is like Mega Turtles. Metal Face Eldrago 100 R squared F is like the Mega Turtles combo, so I'm kind of glad about that, but it's interesting. Put these over to the side later. I will need SR200, but I want to take it off of the other one. I could use Red Rock. I'm not going to do that. I don't like the colored wheels, like that kind of color as much if it's not black. We're using the red Herogium because that's the coolest one. Again, the yellow one is kind of on a shiny bay and I don't really want to get it out. 100. Guess I'll grab the Galaxy one. I think this one is pretty good. It was R squared F, correct? Yes, R squared F, the monkey. Okay, oh, okay, chat again. At this point, I've been hard at work, prime time Beyblade, and finally just finished ending the next episode. I don't have a Bay partner because I use a bunch of different Bays. Okay. I would like to, real quickly, if I click on this, go to channel. Huh, okay. Let me look at... I was checking your channel, Bladers Network. I don't recognize your name, so I was just curious. I don't really watch a lot of Beyblade, but your series name made me think of Jerry's Battle Bays. Okay. Next up is Ice Bear with Earth Aquario, SR200, Twin Ball, okay. With Cyber Aquarius Aquarium, which I love. That means another eagle is coming apart. I wish I had another Earth, but I do not. Aquario, SR200, and let's just grab the orange twin ball. I don't think it really matters for twin ball because there's orange and there's brown, so. You are right on the tracks matching decently well here. I think Aquaria is a little bit bluer than the track is. I think the track is a bit more green, but. Did that? Yeah. Yeah, I think that track went all the way up. Actually, I'm going to unscrew it just in case. Yeah, that track's in. The track was kind of getting a little sticky as it went upwards. This twin ball's feeling loose, or it's the SR200, one of the two. So we're actually going to grab the brown one. Is this a tip thing, or is it a track thing? Oh, okay. Brown one. That's okay. This actually looks more similar than I realized. I've always thought this looked a little more greenish, and this looks a little bit more bluish, but when you put them together, they look actually pretty similar. Make sure that I'm not blocking the sunlight. Okay. That's Ice Bear, who was formerly Nightcrawler, if I'm not mistaken. I appreciate that. I think it's always good to try to differentiate yourself or have unique ideas or series or anything like that. So I respect that heavily. Victory Valkyrie Knuckle Extreme for Burst. Haha. Only to realize it was top tier. Some people like Ethan likes to make combos that are not crazy. He doesn't want to win with meta, which I respect. Meteor R145 circle flat. Okay. So we took the blue apart. So I guess we could grab the purple circle flat tip. There we go. Stick it on the blue R145. And then, because I need a Meteor apart anyway, I will no. I will take the Assault Meteor that has the blue on it and stick it with. If you do not specify, I am giving you absorb mode automatically because it just makes the most sense. Yeah. No metal face. This bay looks nice. This is a very well-matching bay. Meteor El Drago R145 circle flat. All purples and blues. Fang Bull S130 CS from Bojangles. Okay. I'm going to put these bays that are by my leg that you can't see over on the shelf when we're done. Fang is a bull. Yeah. I have two orange bulls apart. I would not use both of them. Does anybody else want bull? Okay. Fang a bull. There's no other bulls. Okay. Do I want to use orange or clear? Is the question. I don't mind taking apart the clear one to use it if that's what I want. I think I am. I will take apart another bay for that. I got it for CBTs. Let's use it. And then I will take apart... you know what? That El Drago already has its track off of it. But I could also grab Jupiter and have like a gray one. I think Jupiter's a bit cooler. So El Drago Guardian only had its tip off of it, so I also don't mind taking another bay apart there for that. And then you'll have, since you do not specify TT or anything, my classic gray from my striker. Whoa, wait, better idea. I'll put Jupiter back together. There is a gray on Herculeo. I forget about this one. Herculeo's got a gray. Spiral Herculeo. I do think I already grabbed the other spiral I needed. I'm not sure I need another one left. But that's okay. I already had Lyre taken apart from Beat My Combo. There you go. Bang Leon S130. CS, and that's a pretty sick looking bay. Back to the chat. I might not have just one. Yeah, I have multiple. I think your combos are unique because you use a lot of parts that most people don't like as much. Okay. Learned physics through Beyblade. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Beyblade makes physics more interesting. I've always learned a little bit from Ethan describing a few things too. Fire fuse. Okay, this is the flame cancer then. So this is the straight up flame cancer. And pink is the one that's left, which is actually fine by me. I'll just take apart a Sagittario. Don't really care. It's just Sagittario. Flame cancer. Originally, I wanted this to be the red one. I might readjust before, depending on if I can find that that wheel or not. That the other metal face or half metal face that's missing. I might rearrange some of these bays, but until then, this is going to be the pink one. If I can find them, then this will this one might become the duo, and the duo might become this one, and the duo will have the orangish, shiny metal face possibly. We'll see though. I like the red one though. Okay. Next up, actually just sitting here is a lot easier. Infinity Fox TR145 W2D. This will have the yellow W2D. Because I'm not using Fox's W2D, that's for sure. That one's old as heck. Here's the rest of Fox. I actually have an extra Thunder. I had to look up that Thunder was Infinity. That is not the nameage, the verbiage I hear often. This actually works because it's an Aqua 125. I think it's 125 that goes with this bay. So, or this W2D. Okay. Metal Face Heavy, Pre-Hybrid Gemios. Final Survive. Easy, easy, easy. That is the easiest bay to make in the world. Did we only get one Aquario? I know this normally would be a red color, but I'm going to stick the Zarafa on it because it's got gold painted on the top. And that matches Zarafa's yellow and green, I think. There's an Aquario metal face, so I might have to go put that on something. Because I'd rather have that on something than nothing, but... Okay, Gemios, Final Survive. One more. No, I missed one. Oh yeah, it was Slevsky. Slevsky was late. And barely beat out somebody else. Crystal Up, Shinobi Ifrit, H145 RF. Okay. That's the Shinobi. And I can just use that Ifrit, that Hasbro one, because as much as I hate Hasbro... oh, no, I can't, because I need the Faceball. Duh. Okay, so what do we want? Ooh! Green Ifrit is definitely not the answer. But all three of these could... I'm going to get behind the camera to make sure I can have these lined up. So we've got a purple Shinobi here. And we've got either a red that can go with it, a yellow and purple that can go with it, but a different shade of purple, or the full yellow that can go with it, whose tip is off. Which one? It's H145, which is the Flame Ares one. I'm kind of thinking we go with the Pirate one, because that's probably the least used one, though I don't always get to use the red, to be fair. But nothing about this bay is going to be really red. So I think I like this. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. So now we just need an R squared F, and I think the Best one on the board is probably this blue one, so that's what we're going to put on it. Try to match colors if I can, but keeping in the same bucket. I don't know exactly what's the best versus what's, you know, like the order, you know, of what's best to worst, but I at least know all the things that should be roughly the same with each other. So as long as I stay in those buckets, I think we're good. Okay, that should be everybody's base. If I could just find the middle face. I don't know where it would be. That's the thing. Because it's not next to any of those energy rings that are on the spare parts to the right of the shelf that you guys are looking at. Live stream, okay. Looking back. Oh, cool boy. Okay, Beyblade Rubik's Cube definitely played a role in my interest in physics and math. I still don't have a heavy interest in math. Hey, we've taped our show at a bunch of different venues. That's pretty cool. I might check out an episode of that just to see what it's like. Not just rotational physics, but applying in a late high school curriculum of physics to Beyblade. 11, 12. Did I take physics in university? I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't. I avoided it. I'm not in any type of major that was related to science, though, so I just needed like the basic 2. Okay, you should turn the audio back on. The Beys just finished. I'll show the Beys in a second, but we're missing a red. We're missing a red metal face, or metal face light. I don't know where the red core is. I got the metal stone faces, but there's a core missing. There's also one Bey needs to get Aquaria's metal face. Maybe that will be just the cancer because red and blue look good together. I could do that. Okay. I have had 2 break. Here's the here you go. Whoa. There's this one that has a crack, and then there's just this part of a bowl one. One of these was on the green Hades, so I just know not to use that or anything similar again. The other one I just kind of broke randomly, so I got unlucky. If only I knew where the red metal. I'm so upset. There's a gold metal face. Forgot about that with all the damage ago. Okay. We're going to show off the Beys. This is all the Beys. There might be some changes. Thankfully, this is also a really long wire. Yeah, they're away from the sun, so. The only thing I could do is move the green light so the green light is shining on it. So apologies that everything's a little dark. Not much I can do there. So, Cancer's missing a face bolt because I need a Cancer that, or I need something that's been taken apart. That's what I was waiting on. Okay, so what my first thought is redoing these 2 Cancers because I would rather have the red one on. I'd rather have the red one here. I'm just gonna put this one, the red Cancer, on here. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the red Cancer so it's a Cancer face, and then I'll keep this one with the Pisces because it's a similar color. And then oh, one of these metal faces needs the Aquario one. We're gonna do this for the Aquario one because this one is the best looking color. That's the most matching color. That's pretty cool. The kids used to play at. Okay. Biochem. I took AP Chem. I didn't get a good grade on the AP exam, so I took a regular Chem and I took a geology in university. Okay, there we go. So everybody, this will obviously be in the brackets video, all these Beys, to go over them again, so we can make sure they're all correct. I didn't miss a metal face or anything like that. The only one here is this needs a metal face light. Like I said, I might swap these 2. Put this faceplate on this. Put this faceplate on this Cancer. This faceplate back on this faceplate with this one on here, and the other one with the shiny one. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do that for now. It'll be easier. Okay. Shiny pieces. We need what? Clear core metal plate? Yeah, so. There we go. Shiny metal plate. That is a pristine, unused GWD and everything else on that bay. Here's the clear core. Close these back up. Okay, let's do some Cancer moving. So, until I find that other metal face, we're going to roll pink Cancer onto here with the orange if this would go in and not come apart. Nice. Okay. So pink Cancer with the orange, because this normally has an orange faceplate. Then we'll run red Cancer back on flame, because this is the best looking combination. As much as I love the pink one, this is a plain red 230, so that'll be the best looking. And then we'll stick Cancers. Actually, we'll stick pink Cancer onto the blue Cancer, because normally Cancer would have basically the same faceplate if I had the faceplate to it. So we get to actually see that one with the proper faceplate for once. And we will put Pisces onto this one. And we might change that. Nah, there's nothing else that looks that good with it. Okay. Make sure everything's still good. Yeah. Okay. Can you refresh, please? I don't think any other faceplates that are left over would look like particularly good with Cancer. So I'm gonna leave it with that one. Why are you? Okay. Yeah, I'm American. I said university to match. Yeah, this is 32 Blader CVT. Cosmic's Drop is on what track again? T125. I've only got 3 CH120s. The CH120s went immediately because, let's see, who was it? This bay early asked for one from Iago. Then Pingu went for it on the Kerbex, and then Pivodov asked for it as well. So those went immediately. I liked Geology. I thought Geology was pretty nice, by the way. It's just... Can you keep the chat up, please? Thank you. Yeah. You got my bay nearly correct. Only the facefuls, but yeah. I'm not using another face, and that's my only gill faceplate. I don't have the yellow gills face, and that's the only other gill I have. I don't have any other gills. Okay, so that raw Cancer looks a little bit awkward with Pisces faceplate, but it's nice being able to put the Cancer with the Cancer. And then I think this is the most fitting one to have that metal face on if I can't do the red one. I'll have to find the red one, because it should be around here. The only would be is if I somehow it wasn't around here and I actually only had metal face medium or something like that. But light's better, and that's what's asked for. But I'm not going to go look through my bays at the moment for that. I like how is this top fans thing. I have no idea how any of this stuff works though. I go to yeah. Okay. Is there anything else anybody has to say? Otherwise, I'm going to end because it's been 2 hours and you know, it's hard streaming for 2 hours. I guess updates. I should say updates. Yeah, I want the yellow one actually. I'm interested in Flame Cancer because it comes with RF too. You gotta get in front of Vixus. That one's amazing. Um, there's a lot of bays I kind of want, but not like super badly. Like Flame Cancer's on the list of I would like it because it's another cancer. I like Red Cyber Aquaria, but it's always like $50 when I see it. Honestly, I'd be tempted to buy it from Jerry because paying like the shipping cost alone, even the shipping cost would probably still be like cheaper than here. Like it's that expensive. Yeah, I know. Oh. Hmm. I only keep up with. Oh, I haven't actually looked at anything on eBay in a while, but usually when I've looked, it's just been like the couple things that I want. So I'm not really looking at general prices of things. I just know that uh like Cyberquare is really expensive and Rush is expensive. Oh, the angle's a bit off. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't want to spend the money on it. There's only one thing. Where is it? It's up on my shelf. Spoiler alert if you watched Matt's Mystery Mail. If you were one of the 16 people that watched Matt's Mystery Mail. I have to cover up part of this because I don't want to accidentally like dox myself. I got Radiant Dawn on a at a retro game store. It was $80, but they just put it on the shelf, and obviously at a retro game store it's gonna be more reliable, on like quality. It's not gonna be like it's harder when you're just buying something off of eBay. Like Bays are pretty easy because you can see the picture as well, but like for a game, I don't trust that near as much. And yeah, I've seen that with Canada or Australia or other places because some things I see listings in Australia and it's only in Australia and it's like 20 something shipping USD and that's not worth it at all. Back on the shelf. That was $80 and I had the money for that and I normally wouldn't get anything, but it was really, really hard for me to pass up that game for $80 because usually when you look at eBay it's like 100 and I knew that was going to be like good because it's at a retro gaming store. The one local one to me. Okay. Yeah, they are. It's annoying. That's why I don't buy many. It's just hard to justify $20. Even like $20 isn't crazy. I guess that's getting food twice, but it's still hard to justify that. I'd rather put money elsewhere. Um, there's a part of me that wanted to build a computer because, but I'm pretty content because prices are going way way up right now. And honestly, I don't need anything badly. My laptop works just fine. I kind of need Adobe or Affinity, something like that. Inkscape's really good, but it's missing object selection. That's easy. So I kind of need to have the Windows on something. So I'm running Linux on my other desktop. And my dad has built computers before, so he's got old things that are still probably going to be more than good enough for what I'd want. So I also saw at a different retro gaming store Path of Radiance for 170, and I really wanted it, but I don't have a GameCube and I don't have a Wii. I just have a Wii U, so I wouldn't be able to play that. And I was like, I cannot justify that much money on a game I couldn't play. But it was tempting. It was very tempting because I know Path of Radiance is also crazy expensive. I'm gonna have to like dolphin that or something because I would like to go through that before I play Radiant Dawn since it's a sequel. Will I stream that? That's the question. I might stream it. I'm uncertain because there's part of part of me always wants to play through games on my own pace and not be reliant on streaming the game to get through it. But that would be a good one because it'd be my first time playing it. For both of those, I do have capture cards. Are you? Oh, here's the TV, too, so I can play Xbox. What lies at the end? I think I know that one. Probably from playing Heroes. I feel like that's in Heroes somewhere. Though I don't. I stopped playing Heroes. Heroes got way too what's it called? The power creep got way too bad for Heroes. I really want to put these bays at a different angle, but I literally have no good way to do that. Unless do we try? Is this worth it? No, that does nothing. Putting the green light over here does nothing. You can see the difference. Okay. Is there anything I want to say at the moment? Yeah, I guess I'm trying to stream a couple times a week. I think this week will be more open for streaming. It kind of just depends when. I feel like these days, like midday, isn't as easy. Um, but I don't know like what times are good generally for people, and obviously time zones are way different. You know, if you're on the West Coast, you're 3 hours back. If you're in Europe, you're 5 or 6 hours ahead. If you're in Vietnam, because a lot of people in Vietnam, not that those people probably do subtitles more, so maybe they're not the streaming audience to be fair, but still, you know, that's a lot of difference. Um, Mario Kart character, it depends on the game. So in DS, I use Dry Bones. In uh 7, I used Koopa Troopa. In Wii, obviously Funky Flame Runner. In 8, I kind of bounced around a lot. I kind of just use whoever, and I still would say I kind of just use whoever. I time trial with Yoshi or like Peach at like the meta characters because obviously I want the best time I can get. If I'm not doing that, then I really bounce around. It kind of depends on what color I'm in the mood for, really, like what color I'm in look at. Yeah, I got to the point where it's just it's so not fun for me to play Fire Emblem Heroes anymore, and I hate it because I love Fire Emblem Heroes. I played it literally since it came out, but I cannot take it anymore. It's to the point where when I log in and even I'm just doing basic stuff, or I'm playing like arena against non-busted units, right? Even just like basic arena where I'm not facing anybody overpowered, I still am just not even having fun with it anymore, and I hate it. That being said, I'm subscribing to the theory that my friend gave because he said he thought that not playing Fire Emblem Heroes was making him not want to play regular Fire Emblem. And then when I stopped playing Fire Emblem Heroes is when I started playing the Three Houses and doing like the playthrough for a little bit, which will probably be a stream playthrough in the future. Whenever I just decide I want to play it again. And then I stopped playing Pokemon Go, and now I'm playing Pokemon games constantly. Yeah, I logged in to see that banner simply because I love CYL 1. I love the original CYL. And then I watched like the trailer for it and I was like, "Oh yeah, everybody's like busted now." And then I said, "Screw that." Okay, let me finish the Mario Kart thing. In Mario Kart World, I like Toadette with the ice cream. I think that is a fantastic outfit combo. I like pink a lot, so that's like perfectly fitting. And I think Toadette's pretty meta too, which works. They'll probably patch that and Toadette won't be near as meta, but I will still stick to Toadette in general. But I don't play World as much. Yeah, I wish I liked it more, honestly, but I just can't. I If I was to log in, I would be saving up to plus 10 Hilda. Because not Resident, Ascended Hilda finally hit the 4-star pull. I would save up literally just to build her. I've got Brave Claude at like midway. I'm like midway on a Brave Claude. I've got a Dimitri. I If it was easier to do phone recording, I would love to do my like show my roster. I didn't do a lot of skill inheritance because I like having a lot of different characters, and I generally would rather have a character than not having that character and just their skill on somebody. But I had a +9 Dimitri. I had a +9 Tsubasa, who I never ever even pulled for. I pulled her all completely randomly on free summons and 4-star specialing her, at random points. Um, I have an alt with +10 Brave Edelgard. What else? I've got a Lysithea, Brave Lysithea, who's like middle. I've got like a +6 Eldigan who I hate. I never cared for Eldigan. I didn't play a lot of old Fire Emblem. And I literally just pull him a lot and it's annoying. Who else do I have? I have +10. I've got Selena, 4-star, Fates one. I've got Cordelia, Shersh, Lilina, Eliwood, Holst, original Eliwood, Holst. He is resplendent too. Actually, all those that are resplendent that are resplendent if they have them. I was getting the resplendents when there was somebody I liked. Dimitri, who's resplendent, is +9. Who else? Who else is Corrin? Female Corrin is +10. I've got a Ninian that's pretty high. She's like +5. I don't think I can exit out of the stream because it's on mobile. I really want to check these now. Yeah, I like skill inheritance, just I don't want to have to spend extra to get two of a character or to get one of the characters and have to get rid of them. I know like I can do their heroes thing for the dragonflowers and all that, but I don't, I don't want to play like that. I like having different characters, and that makes it tougher because it gives you less options to skill inheritance because I have to get doubles of people. Um, who else do I have? Raven. Raven was my first plus 10. I love my Raven. He runs like a basic Fury build, but that's okay. Arcane. Oh man, the girl with Arcane Renegade. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea who has that. I know some of the arcane weapons because I only stopped playing the last couple months, but I stopped caring about skills over the last year. Like I stopped even watching the trailers because I just knew everybody was broken and I was going solely for characters I liked. So I didn't even bother looking at what they had. So I don't even know what people have had for like the last year, even though I was still playing. Who else? I have Summer Sylvain, Orochi plus 10. I was working on a Dorothea, a base Dorothea. Um, I did Summer Alencia, and her and Sylvain I did I had them plus 10 already, and I used the what's it called from the holoforms. I used the forma thing on them to get them better skills. No, not particularly. I guess it'd be zero G base. Because there's some zero G base that never got like they got made, but then they get made, right? Like Balro and Wyvang are in the zero G synchron sets, but then they get like made as stock base. Okay. I like Three Houses the most by far. I'm super excited for the new Fire Emblem game. I am super hyped. Um, then I'd say Awakening and then Fates, but I like playing Fates. I don't like the story as much as Awakening or Three Houses, but I like the gameplay in Fates. I have no idea who that is. Yeah, that's somebody that I've no idea. Thracia? Okay. I probably have seen her. I probably saw her at some point, but I don't recognize the name, and that's how that's probably after the point that I stopped caring about the banners because I at least somewhat knew the names of people. Probably not that. I definitely have not played Thracia. Um, I like Fate's music a lot though too. Fates has great songs. Well, it was fun. I did randomize Fates one time. I did Fates and Birthright randomized, and that was pretty fun. Um, I had I had a great Fate. Conquest was the fun one because Conquest had it was who? Oh shoot, who was Xander again? It was Niles. Niles was Xander. Legendary Altina and Marita just became bad now. Um, were they on something recently, or do you mean like the original? Oh no, you know what? I wanted no, that was Ira. I've got Ascended Marita, and I've got no. I think I finally pulled me and my friend. I was giving my friend to do my. We were going back and forth summoning with my arena tickets, and he got me back to back. I think it was regular Marita. I had Shat Fallen, and then I do have her Ascended one. I don't know about other Maritas though in the game. If there's another one, if there's a new one, then I missed it. And I've got Base Altina. And I've got Christmas one too with Soniki. Ah, I'm excited to play the now the new one. They're Radiant Dawn now. Everybody likes those games a lot, so that makes me like super excited. Um, what was I talking about before? It was fun. Fates. Okay, Niles. Niles was. You should get the other ones. I don't think they're especially Fates. I don't think it's crazy expensive. Awakening might be more, but I don't think Birthright is. The only thing is Revelations, which didn't have a good story but had the entire character roster. That is probably hard to get. Conquest is more hardcore because Birthright you can grind. You can't really grind in Conquest, so there's no Ascended Marita. Yeah, I like my Ascended Marita, but I don't think she's anything crazy at the moment, especially with how the power creep has gone up. That's the other thing is I don't think it's. I think it's hard to keep up the old characters because you can give them a bunch of. You really have to like give them a lot of skill inheritance and really keep them with the dragon flowers to make them good because their weapons don't inherently have all this damage reduction and their skills don't have as much damage reduction. That's the big thing is a lot of these characters either have personal skills or like a weapon that has like crazy amount of skills and even the a lot of the arcane stuff was still behind that. It was better, but it was still behind that. Um, and yeah, I'll have to log in to get Orochi because Orochi's getting her
Yeah, I got the Christmas one. I don't have her festival one. That one I know is really, really good, but I never pulled her. I pulled the Christmas one, I think from a free summon maybe, or summon tickets. I think that's what it was. I like her. I don't use her a crazy amount. No particular reason. There's just I've got 900 units, so if I'm playing really casually, and I need to replace my battery. My battery in one line's really bad. The 2DS is actually kind of nice, low key. Not the new 2DS, like the regular 2DS. Oh yeah, that sucks. Um, I've got two. I've got an XL. These are great for Christmas because of how colorful they are. Yeah, I agree. You might see some color switching in this, um, because you might see some color switching in this tournament, just depending on what the combos are. Anyway, back to Birthright and Conquest. So that randomizer, it's not hard to set it up, by the way, if you ever want to try it. Um, but I had Niles as Xander, which was really funny. Obero was Camilla, which is kind of fitting. Benny was Leo, and then my absolute favorite one, Baruka, was randomized to Elise, which is the most unfitting character to become Elise. But not only that, there's a couple times in the dialogue where instead of saying Baruka, she said Burka, which was really funny. I have my Soleil's +10. That's another one. Soleil's +10. It's fire because Arcane Renegade. Yeah. See, I don't have near that much stuff on like my Soleil. Soleil, not that I don't like Soleil, but Selena was always my number one on the swords. And then I used Holst and Eliwood a good amount because I think they're a bit better. So I didn't always end up using. I hate the story mode. That's even worse because the story mode's ridiculously hard to get the quests on now because everybody's so broken. Like, and I love having them, but I hate Edelgard and Claude and Dimitri from the Valentine's Day banner. I've got Claude and Edelgard on Dimitri, but they can just move multiple times a turn. And Emblem Sigurd is ridiculous too. But anyway, the randomizer is fun. You should try it. It's not too difficult to set up, but I did have to look at a guide because it's not something I'm quite used to. I'm used to the Pokemon one. But yeah, once I got the Fire Emblem one set up, it was pretty fun. That was the only time I played Fire Emblem between like my Three Houses playthroughs when the game came out, and then playing through Three Houses again recently. I finished a Golden Deer run, and then I got part of the way through a Golden Deer run, and I did the first two routes. I did Golden Deer. Yeah, you can randomize Fire Emblem. It'll randomize the characters. I think it randomizes the stats too and everything. It randomizes what they like hold and stuff. Like it randomizes everything. It's pretty fun. I think there is probably a little bit more you could do, but I like it. Oh no, I'm not gonna. The brackets are another video. Sorry, I forgot to answer that. The brackets are another video. This is just putting the base together. So the logic behind the stream is it's a nice stream that for whoever can come out, can chat a little bit, but um, what was I gonna say? It gets watch hours. So with like you and Rock Ride Blader being here the entire time, it gets a good amount of watch hours, which is, I know I got really lucky to get them. Like I literally free summoned them if I'm not mistaken, or I did like the full circle, or I did all the blues or something, or until I got one character. Why is it telling me I'm live? We're still streaming. Um, do I have Emblem Lyn? I do have Emblem Lyn too. I was going for the Emblem Lyn or the emblems at some point, but then I stopped. Um, like I said, I stopped playing the game for the most part. I'm still fairly recent. It's only been a couple months, so I know a lot of things still, but I'm getting off. Yeah, I agree. I just that these problems that you're having are what turned me off of the game and why I stopped. Is it's just getting annoying. And it's sad because I like it. I still like it, but I don't have as much drive to go play through anything now, because like if the Tempest Trial boss is like the duo or something or harmonized character and they're really busted, then now I have to use one of my busted characters to do Tempest Trials, and that becomes way less fun because Tempest Trials are fun because there's nobody too overpowered, so I could use a good variety of units as long as they're not underpowered heavily. And I can make some like pretty interesting teams, but now I have to basically use like some broken unit, along with the bonus and then two others, and it just becomes a lot less fun. I guess Forging Bonds is all right. still if I wanted to play it. Regularly playing uh, the the train tower. The train tower is fun always, but there's less. I never liked a lot of some of the game modes anyway, so I always felt like it became an obligation because there's so many game modes, and even though you get a lot of orbs doing it, it just became. That was the other thing is it became I don't want to do all of these different things. I don't always enjoy playing all the game modes, so that was the other thing that hurt. I feel like every day I gotta log in, make sure I do Hero's Journey or Hall of Forms or whatever. Some of those are pretty fun, but I always have to do them. If I'm not in the mood to play, then it's just a grind to go through it. Yeah. So I finally just pulled the plug and I occasionally log in. Occasionally log in. Very rarely. I played the other day over the weekend and I did arena and I did something else and I was like, I'm not even having fun. And then I stopped. I might log in again for the arena. We'll see. But right now I wasn't even enjoying it when I played through after like a real break, like a month or so of not playing it. So the special maps, okay. What would get me back into the game is the seasonal like Christmas summoning tickets. That'll get me back into the game because I like getting the free special like 4-star special tickets and all that. That's fun. Yeah, I love Forging Bonds. Forging Bonds is casual, super super casual. That and the training tower are my favorites because I can just bring in whoever I want. I can't bring in like a bunch of Gen 1 units, but if I bring in at least 1 or 2 pretty good units, I can beat most people. There are definitely some units that are tricky that, if I've got like my big units of blue and there's like a really good green, then maybe I'm screwed. But like generally speaking, I can go pretty well. Heck, I had a team of Odin. I have a screenshot and I can't look at it either. It is a team of Odin. I agree. I agree with that. I liked Garrick and Ike's back when Garrick came out. That's one of my favorite ones. And Ike's squad and the other ones. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I brought out Midori, Odin, like Gen 1 Odin with like nothing. He had like no skills basically. His skill inheritance was like an A skill because he doesn't normally have an A skill. Or it was an A skill to replace Defiant and then like a C, and it was all like 4-star skills, that are like easy to get. It was like really basic. And then I had Midori to buff him. And then I had somebody else who I think buffed his other 2 stats. Or something like that. I don't remember who it was though. It was another blue or red because it was a double red, double blue team. And then I had one other person. And that team was funny. Because it was a random. I literally used a randomizer. I randomized the numbers and I counted the characters until I got to that point. Yeah. That's why I like Forging Bonds. That's the one that I can do. But this even like when I logged in I didn't see Forging Bonds and I was like, I thought there was a new banner. Whatever. I'm not playing a lot anyway. But I can go on and on about heroes. I wish I liked it more though still, because I always have fun with it. Yeah, Garrick. I like Garrick. Garrick was cool. I've got, I think, just one of him. Maybe I've got a merge. I might have a singular merge of him. That's one of those characters that I just liked his Forging Bonds and he became a favorite. Yeah, with Fire Swoop Axe. That Garrick. Not a particularly good character. Like, he's not bad, but he's not like amazing or anything, but I like Garrick. There's a few characters like that who I liked them after doing their Forging Bonds and stuff. Yeah. I was gonna give updates. Did I have another update? So I said this is a good week for streaming. Streaming games, not streaming Beyblade. Not that streaming Beyblade is bad. I just don't know exactly what I do because I need a lot of people to do like a CBT or something. If I did title the stream Round Robin CBT, I probably could get enough. But streaming Pokemon. I think I need to try again, but I think the computer I have, even though it's old, can handle my Switch. Male Energy Core and Azura FE Kagero. I love my Azura. That's another character. I thought Azura was fine. I like her design and everything in Fates, but I really like Azura in Heroes. Azura is one of my favorites. I've got most Azuras. Yeah, I got most Azuras, if not all the Azuras. I've got regular. I love the regular. I pulled finally a second version of her green one. That was nice. Because the green one is I had a bad IV on. I've got the flying one, still has a bad IV. Though no, I think I might have pulled another one of her too. I get confused. I do have an alternate account that I sometimes play on. Yeah. Yeah, I get the Fay Pass typically. I try to do if there's either a character I really want or there's a banner that I want the guaranteed 5 star. That's like a special heroes. If there's a seasonal banner that has like a favorite, then I'll sometimes do that. Oh, that's mean. I can't do that because I have to give somebody. There are some people that are probably ones, but I don't want to rate their bays. I don't like being too harsh on people. I don't mind constructive criticism, but I don't want to be too harsh. If a bay loses, I might say I would have done this or something like that, but that's it. Um, I can only tell you there's 2 bays that are 10 out of 10, and they're Flame Cetus 160 Metal Ball and Screw in a Corner Downforce 105 RF. Those two. Oh, and Earth Kerbex CH120WE. Those are the 10 out of 10s. That's when I do Fay Pass. Oh, when I was doing Fay Pass. Now I've missed it because I would have probably gotten Fay Pass for others. I've got Google Play money if I wanted to do Fay Pass again for someone. Like if Brave Claude comes out, it might be tempting because it's Brave Claude, him and Lysithia. But even then, it's still not. I would need to see if there's a thing between those Brave units too. Because if they're going every other month, then I'd be tempted to log in and even some of that Google Play money that's going nowhere else right now to go do. Yeah, I've got that one too. I thought that one's really fun. That deserves really fun. If they're every other going as a pattern of every other week, I'd be tempted to go for Claude and Lysithia. But I also would not know 100% I'm getting Lysithia, which is the problem. Yes, it's Ascended. Is it Ascended? No, she's the Echo one. She's the Echo one. The Resonant, right? Is what it is. She's got like a either a drive or something Echo maybe. I forget her Echo, but she's got an Echo skill. It's not Ascended. I like that one. I like Tefish. Tefish is one of my favorite arts in the game. So Azura by Tefish, amazing. That's like almost perfection. My favorite art is Paula. The Valencian Paula is my favorite art wise. There's a lot of great characters with good art though. There's a lot of good artists. Having like Kita Senri and other people like that who do like the art for the games is really cool. But then all the other art, like there's a lot of great ones. Like Argon is really good. There's a bunch of great artists. Tefish is probably my favorite though in the game. Huh. What I would do is I'd only do it for a month and then I drop it and then I get it again if I need it. I didn't really care to have all the extra benefits they give you if you keep it consistent though. Because if you keep it consistent, if you get it for 12 months, it costs, $120 or whatever. But what you could also do is you could get it in the middle of somebody's cycle, get their Resplendent, get the next one, and then have it for the third one, and get those 3 characters, and then drop it and wait for the next one, and you can save $30 if you did it over the course of the year. You would lose out all their. I think they know people do that, so obviously they're not going to say you're locked in for multiple months. If you look up Fae artist list, there's a page that has basically every artist and which characters they do, and it's got their names and everything. So that they added those extra passes that allow you you get extra benefits if you keep it. But yeah, I always do that because I want to save as much money as possible. Yeah, the art's good. There's one character that I wouldn't minded. I wouldn't have minded Yunaka, the one with the cat. I don't think those characters come back much. I heard that type of character is kind of sucky. I remember watching a video on it, so I don't think you see them often. I know there's a new Yonaka alt, but the ninja one, who I think just left or something, but I don't think her art is as good as the Christmas one, and I do have the Christmas one. So I'm like content with that at least. Shez is fun. Shez is fun because she's just a kill button. I don't even have tuned. There we go. That's what it is. Attuned. And it's got like the echo skill, right? I have who is it? It's I need to move my knees around a little bit. Oh, what's that under me? That's what's under me. Yeah. So I've got that Yunaka. Oh yeah, Shez. Shez is fun. I've got Legendary and I've got the Summer Shez. I didn't get the newer ones. I didn't get Christmas because I didn't really care for anything else on the Christmas banner, I think, if I remember correctly. And I wasn't going to pull in this banner. Top 50 strongest bladers in the channel. Okay. I can give you a rough top 10. I might be forgetting people. Me, obviously. Double Battle Bros, obviously. Mega Turtles, Ethan Calbeck, Jerry 11, Wolborg MS, Pingu, facing her in the story mode. Are you how far are you in the story? Are you behind in the story mode, or are you like going back to for like orbs and stuff? I would usually try to do the hard mode and then I'd leave the easy one. So if I ever need to go back for orbs, I could get the orbs pretty easily. I know she's like a couple years old. Or this Shez. The new Shez. Yeah, the new Shez probably is not Azura. Yeah, That's so I see that kind of thing is annoying. I bet that new Shez is really good. But I've got the old ones and she's super effective on everything, so it's like killer. She just murders people. That's one of my go-to if I need like a kill unit. I just go to one of those Shez's. Okay. Pingu was last one named. Who else? I'm trying to think who has a lot of wins. Helio's up there. That's top 8. That's my top 8. It's probably those. I might be missing somebody. Honestly, I can usually pass on a character if they're not a... If I don't want multiple people on the banner, I usually don't summon nowadays. Or when I was playing, before I stopped, as of a month ago. Like the ninja banner, I just didn't want I didn't like the Unok art as much, so I was like, eh. I usually try to go for someone I really, really, really want. Okay, yeah. I was thinking Azura still, because Attuned Azura is a year or two old now. Shez though, yeah, very, very new. Shez is very new, the new one. Ninja Shez. I would like to pull another one of the red, just regular sword Shez's, because I've got like 3 of him, and they're all plus res, so I would really like a not plus res Shez. Because that is a terrible IV for a male Shez. I wouldn't mind if male Shez got... He's been like 2 Tempest Trial units now too. So I would appreciate if he wasn't. I always recommend going in with 20 orbs and never going in below 20 orbs, because you don't want to go in with 5 and then have multiple of the orb color you need. So I always say go in with 20 on the rare chance that you could possibly get all 5 of the same color if you're sniping. Just because you don't want to be in a position where you go in and then you can't finish all the colors, you know? If you get 3 of whatever color you need and you can't finish it, that's like the worst thing, you know? So I always try to do that if I'm... no matter what. Obviously, there's exceptions to this. I've got a lot of story mode maps that I can go back to. I think I've got 210 orbs, 220 orbs at the moment. So I've got a decent amount to go for somebody. I think I did get all the Choose Your Legends too over the summer when they came out in August. So I was at least playing enough 3 months ago. After that, I think I still played. I just don't know who I summoned for. I randomly pulled that Tharja. That was on a banner not too long ago with like Noir and other people, I think. I pulled her, and I think, was it Ash? I might have pulled Ash randomly as a free summon. Like, these are just total, like, what in the world? Because I was just like, yeah, YOLO, yeah, one summon, I'm not really playing much right now, and then boom, they appeared. I think we got good color variety of the CPT too. I guess technically I could have used your, yeah, I know, okay, I think I know Vanitas. Because she's the... Is she the one on the current banner? The Brave Choose Your Legends banner? Is that her? I watched the Tempest Trial, the story of the Tempest Trial, and picked up like 500 feathers for watching it, because I didn't play it. Or is she the, she's either the new one or she's the other... No, that's the... Yeah, no, Vanitas is not the Ash-looking character. She's the new god, right? Yeah. If I cared more about the game, it'd be tempting to play on that banner, just because I like the original Choose Your Legends, but I could also just go and use the original Choose Your Legends. Oh, that's who I forgot. I've got a plus 10 Brave Lucina. That was my first 5-star pull, plus 10 character. Well, I guess she's now 4-star special pull, but it took me the longest to get her in her original banner. And then I got her on one of the early special legendary banners where they weren't doing when there were still like seasonals and stuff in those before they split them off. So I got a couple of her there. And then I randomly pulled her a few more times until I got close, and then I decided to go all the way. She's got what's his face? The guy from Engage. The guy who looks like Dimitri, Alfred. She's got Alfred's lance because that's the only one I had. That was arcane. And she's got like the godlike reflexes and whatever some B skill that's also I think off of like Lin or something. No, not is it Lin? Maybe, I'm not sure. I forget. I don't think you're in the top 20. You gotta win more to be in the top 20. You put in Ray Gale too often on standard formats. And then I forget what else she has offhand. It's just been a little bit since I had it. She's got godlike reflexes, I know that. And she's got some. She might have one of the beast skills that's like spurn or something like that. I forget. Or some. I really forget, and I forget what's because Lynn's got the Sakai's skill that's in one of her slots, so it's not that. But she's got something. Oh yeah, I was playing since 2017. I've got like 900 or 1,000 or something units at this point. I think I'm like 5 stars. That doesn't count mergers and all that. That's lucky. I mean, I'm glad I have my phone. There's times when I would love to not have a phone though and wish I could just log off easy. I need to check my okay. Make sure I did not get a text. It's connected to the Nintendo account though, so yeah, it's connected to a Nintendo account. So as long as you do that, you keep your stuff and everything. I used an alternate Go account. I use it for my Switch, so I sometimes play games on the other account so I can restart them easy. Yeah, it's got. I know she has godlike reflexes, but I forget what else. I forget what her other skills are offhand. I have a Summer Gold Mary. I kind of regret. I almost regretted going for her because I liked that Alear punched things, so I wanted Alear, but I didn't get Alear. I went for her because she was just better. I pulled double a 4-star. I think it was a 4-star and a 5-star, or maybe it was double 5 stars. I forget. I think it was a 4-star and a 5-star of Clan. And then who was the other character on that banner? You might be top 30. I'd have to look. It goes pretty deep though. I've got a full spreadsheet. Yeah, I mean she's still not bad probably, but in like nowadays the power creep got really bad in the last year, 2 years that even though she was an early power creep because she had Lagoose friend and all that, which was really crazy. And now all those characters are just getting immediately like crushed. My friend theorized that it's Summoner Duels. That ever since Summoner Duels came out, that's when the power creep got really bad. Yeah, it was always connected to my Nintendo account. Oh yeah, I was saying the Nintendo accounts. I use them to play the other games, and for Mario Kart, I've been using one to do non-shroom or non-item runs for time trials. I'm trying to get all my times on the standards page for Mario Kart 8 because I learned there's finally one, or it took a while, but there is one now because I'd seen that for some of the other Mario Kart games. I got my non-item Tokyo Blur to, I think it was Titan C. You might have access to the sheet. If you can check. Actually, I can check. I just didn't want to get my computer. I'm lazy. I've put a link out there at some points, but I don't know who has it. And it could have been to an old version too. Okay. There you go. Computer is now out of sight. Whoops. Yeah, I know. It used to be ridiculous. Okay. Okay, I was right on. Oh, okay, so here's where I missed. I missed Raphael Steinwender. He's hasn't entered in a little bit, but Rafi was really good. And then Luke is number 10 on the list. Luke's only 18 and 9, so there's only 9 people above 21s. Now I have to find. It's sorted by wins first and then losses because obviously somebody who entered one tournament and went undefeated and then maybe lost in the next tournament and is like 6-1 or 7-1, 8-1 is I don't think as good as somebody who entered a lot of tournaments consistently. So it's entered like that. Let me find. Where is Storymaker Roleplayer? Or a previous name. I know you've won one match at least. Yeah, it is, but we're talking Fire Emblem now, so I haven't logged off. It's hard finding people. That's the thing, because it's sorted by wins, not like alphabetically or anything. Also, some people change names. That's the other thing. You're 3-1. You're number 46, right? That's what it is, 46, because everybody's one lower. Yeah. You're 46th overall. Yeah, Double Battle Bros is one. On the list, it's me at 43 and 26. Mega Turtles is 39 and 22. That's the exact same amount of wins over, 17. Then Pingu's 34 and 21. Helios 34 and 22. Jerry's 32 and 22. Double Battle Bros is 28 and 20. Raffi is 25 and 18. Wolborg is 25 and 14. Ethan's 23 and 26. He's the exception because Ethan was really good early. At very early iterations of this sheet, like the first 7-8 tournaments or so, Ethan was like 17 and 8 or something like that, or maybe even better than that. Around that number though, and then Ethan just started losing round 1 immediately. And if you look back at Ethan's matchups, Ethan has a lot of bad matchups. Either he's a stamina bay that gets a stamina bay with more stamina than him, or he's a stamina bay that gets an attack bay immediately. Like he just always gets bad luck. And now he's under 500. He's gonna take multiple tournaments to climb out of that too. What's hard is that he was really good in limited, but he's made a couple good runs in standard too. And then Luke, who's Ethan's friend, is 18 and 9. You are 9 and 15. Actually, on the main page, you're still Master of Hockey. I've got parentheses Rockeri, so I don't forget that. I might change it eventually and go back. Yeah, you're in the top 50. You're in the top 50. There's been 154 people total. So top third. It isn't admittedly the hardest to get top third because you just have to enter a couple. But if you're going to be top 50, you at least basically have to get 3 wins. Because the people at the back end of the top 50 are 3 and 3. Or 3 and 4 is number 50. No, number 50 is Exotics, who's 3 and 4. So you have to get at least 3 wins with NB 500. And obviously, there's probably going to be some people who could also just pass, and move up in each tournament. Yeah, I know. Ethan's gotten terrible luck. Well, Ethan's not in the stream, so let's go to channel content. Filter, description. I went and put a lot of people's names in the description. So I can now search up Ethan and get all of, Ethan's things. Easy. So Ethan made it to the... In limited format CBT5, I remember specifically, Ethan made it really far. Luke won finals twice. I just had used that originally, so I've just kept it. And I just added the parentheses so I wouldn't forget, because I always was like, who is Rockrai again? And then I had to remember, it was Master of Hockey. That's who you were. Because that's the one thing is I don't want to put Rockrai next to the wrong person. Luke's got 2 wins. He was the first person to go back-to-back. He won CBT 27 and 28. With the Flash Kerbeck's 85 RF or R squared F or something like that. Has anybody else gone back to back? I don't think anybody else has gone back to back. It's just Luke. Wolver got close. He won CBT 33 and CBT 35, and he won 44, which should have been in between those at some point. But none of those are back to back. You are 17th overall. You're 9 and 15. You have a lot of losses because you have a lot of bad combos early. Like you had a lot of not very good combos early on. So you had a lot of 0 and 1s. You're 0 and 4 in standard, but you're 500 in 4D and you're 4 and 6 in limited. So really, it's just your standard is weighing you down. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't you go with like Cosmic last time or something? That hurts. Yeah, that kind of thing hurts. That adds just a loss most of the time. A few people don't go with 4D and 0G, so sometimes you can get a good matchup. Like I haven't added into the spreadsheet yet, but Storymaker did I think win match number 1. I lost to me, if I'm not mistaken, is what it was. Let me confirm that. Yeah, I think yeah. Come on. It like black screened. I'm still shocked I won the last tournament. Yeah. So like Giannis got one of the other non-4D bays and won. So Giannis would have, or Giannis, that's what Stormmaker Roleplayer was. So I still go back to that sometimes. Storymaker Roleplayer, who's had a few different names, unless I'm getting people confused. No, I'm not getting people confused because Bray Gill 85XF has stayed the same. That's one more win. So excluding the other people, what did I say, 46? Yeah. Wait. I was wrong. Storymaker is not 46. I was looking at a wrong name. I need to find you. I don't know if your name is on here as Storymaker Roleplayer or... Okay, you are 70th overall, or 69th overall. But you did go 1 and 1, which would put you at 3 and 8, which would bump you up to just outside of the top 50. You'd be tied with Primetime Van Ziegler, an OG from back in the day. Okay. That's, yeah. I'm going to just change your name real quick so I do not forget that. Because you've been Storymaker Roleplayer for a little bit. Storymaker Roleplayer. I have you one of your old names. Now it's NA. Okay. Oh, nope, wrong person. Storymaker Roleplayer. Okay. There we go. Okay, I've adjusted that. I need to change it on a couple pages of the sheet. There's a sheet for the records. There's a sheet for finals appearances, and there's a matchup chart, and then there's a records by format, which has the same thing, plus every format's thing. And there's a win percentage that's not added yet. And then there's a limited, 40, and standard for all of those pages. The final sheet of just who's been in the semifinals, record overall, and standard head-to-head. The head-to-head are the most annoying ones to fill out. I was going to look at Ethan real quick. You're in the top, yeah, you're in the top 60. You're not quite 46. You have too many losses. You have the same amount of wins, but you have more losses than the person who's 46, whose name I confused you with. They just sound kind of Dragonic, and it made me think of Gil with the dinosaurs and stuff. And yeah, that person was from limited format CBT6. Where somebody, by the way, you're tied with Primetime Van Ziegler, who used Vulcan Gil 85XF. So you know. That is a hard number, by the way. Both tied for 54th or 53rd, and then Rakurai is 17th overall. Part of that is even though you have all the losses, you've entered a lot, so you still have some wins, and the wins is what puts you higher. Because again, I go by wins and then losses. Because what matters more to me is entering a lot and doing, well. You could make an argument that Ethan at like 23 and 26 is not as good as like Luke or someone at 18 and 9, but again, Ethan has entered way more tournaments. Ethan's really getting held back by 4D. He's 1 and 5 in 4D. If you take 4D out of it, Ethan would be 23 and 21, which is a little bit over 500 still. But getting crushed in 4D. If we go by limited, since this is what the next tournament is, Mega Turtles is easily the best at 25 and 11. I'm only 13 and 11, which ties Helio. Double Battle Bros is 15 and 9. Pingu's 8 and 7. Zekrom Zombie 6 and 5. Selevsky 7 and 1. We'll see what Selevsky can do with Shinobi Ifrit. I'm excited for that. Selevsky won with the Gemios combo. Wolborg's 5 and 7, so Wolborg is not even close to the top 20 in that. If I go back to records by format, Storymaker role. Oh yeah, I need to change that on the other pages. Storymaker role player is not overall well limited. Okay, Storymaker role player, you are 66th in limited specifically. That ignores everything else. And then Rakurai is 4 and 6, which is 26th overall, which is also lower than your overall. If I'm not mistaken, it said yours. And then 4D is the one that Storymaker hasn't been. Standard. I need to find... There we go. About the same place in 4D. Rakurai is... I'll check in a second. I want to update this name real quick. This is... I do use formulas for some of these pages. They take from each other, so they all automatically update with each other. If I do one. What did I not do in standard there? Oh, that is the same name. Okay, why aren't you looking up properly? Story maker, role player. Oh, I just story maker player, that's why. Yeah, that would explain it. There we go. Yeah, Mega Turtles is killed limited. Okay, in 4D, that's the one Storymaker hasn't been in. You're number 9th overall, 5 and 5, Rakurai Blader. You are the same record as Pividov. Wave and Shohei Yuka have the same amount of wins, but they've only have one loss. So you get the benefit for not entering as much if you have, like you're 5 and 1 like that, but you can't be really high up just because your win percentage is high because you have only 5. That's how it works with the rankings. So Wave and Shohei Yuka, who did really good, and only 2 tournaments entered, are higher than Rakurai and Pividov, who've entered all of them. But Rakurai and Pividov would be better than like Bardia, who's 4 and 1 and has only entered 1. In standard, Storymaker role player is also barely outside the top 50, 52nd. And Rakurai Blader is... where? Oh, in 4D, Rakurai Blader is dead last. Is that really the case in standard? Record by format. Is that what I said? Is that correct? Yeah, 0-4. That is the worst record of anybody in standard. You have not won a standard matchup in CBTs for me. 5 and 5, like the record. Think of sports. 5 and 5. 5 wins, 5 losses. 5 and 1 is 5 win, 1 loss. 4 and 1, 4 wins, 1 loss. So you rank behind the 5 wins with less losses, ahead of people that are 4 and 1. Even though 4 and 1 is a better win percentage, technically. then I haven't updated the sheet yet, but I'm the only one who's won all formats. Even if you exclude all the CBTs from like 2015 and 16 and all that. That's really what I wanted. I was really happy with that, and I did not have any clue because that last CBT, I thought I might be able to beat, who was it that I faced in round 1? I faced Death Orso. I thought I might be able to beat SMWL Beta, and I did. But after that, I wasn't really quite sure because I was seeing how I like the Twisted Bull Bay was like crazy, beating like Wolborg and stuff. And then I saw that SP230 Bay and thought it's a big disc, so I was like, I wouldn't have a chance against that. But then the Duo B beat that, and I thought, oh, I don't have as much stamina as Duo, but I was just wrong in the end. My Gimbal Bay just had more stamina than all those other bays, and I was defensive enough that I could win against an attack bay if I needed to, but I never had to. I just faced a bunch of stamina bays and out stamina them. So honestly, that shocked me the most. I was like, I never thought I was gonna win that one, but I'm happy. I like that combo. Helio's won 2, Jerry's won 3, 2 or 4D. Double Battle Bros has won 2 limited, 1 with Flame Capricorn, 1 with Flame Cetus. Wolborg has won 2 standard and a 4D, and then Luke won back-to-back standards. And then actually, Ice Bear won the stream round robin tournament from like years ago. I've got that marked, even though that doesn't count for anything in the spreadsheet. But when his name popped back up, I was like, oh, I remember you. So that's kind of neat too. Yeah, I need to do before the next tournament starts, I need to do the sheet. Probably today or tomorrow or something. I need to do this sheet. I believe last time I was updating it, I finished. Let me actually look at the version history real quick. I think I finished doing changes last time I did it, but I need to make sure. I think I did everybody's win-loss record. I could always count somebody up, though, just to make sure. I don't think I stopped midway through. That would be problematic, because it'd be annoying. I'd have to find out where I was, and I have no idea where I would have been. But basically, everybody's things have updated there. Yeah. Let's see, the last one I did was the 4D tournament, so it'd be the 4D head-to-head probably that was changed last. Oh, nope, it says no changes in that sheet. Updated some 4D things. Okay, what about just the head-to-head then? Matchup chart, there we go, that's what I wanted. No changes. Okay, that one has some changes. Jerry or me and Zekron Zombie, and me and Jerry. Jerry against a bunch of people. Who won that 4D one? Pingu, that's 3. Oh, that's a lot of people. Wave. Kayang Blair. Okay, yeah, I think I did that one all the way up. I don't want to restore version. I can always check back though and look at like the 4D head-to-head and see. Because it should line up with everything. Yeah, I've got whoever's faced head-to-head too. So that's the tedious sheet to do, but I've got everybody faced head-to-head, and I have 4D6. I have people that have records next to them, so I think I got all that spreadsheet up, but I need to do the last standard CBT. It is a bit of a hassle because there's a lot of things that I've automized some of it, but some things are a big hassle to do. I still have to update each respective column, whether it be the original records or the limited 4D or something, and the big page that has all the records. That will just take from those, but I still have to do each of those. I have to do each of the head-to-head ones. The thing is with the records is like 5 and 5. It doesn't think 5 and 5 is in a record, like 5 wins, 5 losses. And I don't want to make extra columns for that. It looks way cleaner to be 13 and 11, 11 and 12, 3 and 7, or something like that, than to try to take a bunch of columns or something like that. Like have a wins and a losses column specifically, but what it does is Um, they'd also have to be connected with each other, but it thinks they're all dates. So it thinks 1 and 5 is actually January 5th for American standards. And unless you get to a point where it's not that, like you have more than 12 wins, I think when you get more than 12 wins, it stops doing that because it doesn't think dates since we do month first. And then anything that's with 0, it doesn't do because there's no 0 day, but that's also annoying. So I can't do that because it thinks they're all dates, so it makes sorting it a little bit awkward. And I don't think I could do anything with the head-to-heads because I don't think I could have a sheet that adds all that up together, like each 1 and 0, you know? Like, maybe there is a way, and I just don't know spreadsheets well enough, but I don't think I can. Okay, I think I'm going to end this off now. So, thank you to everybody who came out. Yeah, updates, streaming, Beyblade, streaming Pokemon, probably, hopefully a couple times in the week. Might try to do Mario Kart again, looking at the other computer, the desktop, plugging things in there. Because I think that's what I did before with the Switch. Because my laptop couldn't handle it, and now my laptop still can't handle it, and that's probably why I did that to begin with. And even though it's an old computer, it should still be fine, because nothing has changed there. My dad has another old one, though, to look at. It's Linux, so I'm going to be messing around with Linux, too, which is cool. Brackets will be today, probably won't be today. Brackets will probably be tomorrow or something, most likely. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else here to say. Nothing pressing, at least. I gotta find Pokemon videos to make, because the tier list has done really well, so I gotta find some type of Pokemon video I can make that's regular content. They did very, very, very well. So, anyway, I always get more on the Beyblade streams, no matter what it is. Maybe I'll do a Beyblade rewatch stream. That'd be fun. I'll need to find a day to do that, do a Beyblade rewatch stream. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys. Where's actually the end button? I have no idea. I guess it's the X. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later.